Hello, Mommy Isa. What's up? What's up? Share natin. Share. Share. Baka pwede yung mga to. Wow! Congrats! Kaya mo yan! You can do it.
Hi po, good evening.
Good evening. Sino yung potential client?
Ano siya, digital marketer.
Oo. Saan mo nakuha sa online jobs? Ganun.
Apo, ano po yun?
Onlinejobs.ph, doon mo siya nakuha?
Hindi. Facebook.
FB. Okay.
Opo.
Cool!
Oh, pag
And
may time,
what's...
kung merong time, nag-add friend lang.
ano yung mga tasks na papagawa niya sa'yo?
More on, ano siya, outreach sa mga potential clients niya.
Lead gen?
Lead gen.
Okay. Great.
Nai-stress na ako sa isang client ko na isa.
Okay. So may client ka na isa?
Pero nakaka-stress siya.
Bakit?
Ano siya medyo busy-busy kasi siya masyado. Kaya minsan meron siyang mga, yung calendar niya, kung minsan tinitingnan niya. Tapos, kung may nakikita siya na hindi ko nakikita, nagiging kasalanan ko kahit hindi naman sa akin yun.
Okay. Sabi ni Raylan, congrats po. Thank you, Raylan. Yeah, yan yung mahirap sa ibang clients.
Medyo malaki kasi yung niya, business niya, pero minsan, hindi kasi siya organized. Kaya ganun.
Alam mo, karamihan ng clients is not organized. They're not organized. And then they're hiring you because they want more time to do other stuff except run their business. Which
Yun
for
nga
me is a really strange concept. Kasi tayo, mga Pinoy, pag nagtayo tayo ng halimbawa, karinderya, nandun tayo yung karinderya. Sa
Oo.
karinderya, di ba? Sila ayaw nila. They're like, kaya nga nag-business eh. And then, so you get more money. And then, now you hire somebody to run your business and you don't spend any more time at the business. Parang ganun. Yun yung
Okay lang
nila.
naman sana. Kayang-kaya ko naman siyang tulungan sa pagiging organized. Kaso, minsan din kasi kung may biglang maalala siya, ipapagawa niya. Tapos mamaya na naman, kung may naalala siya, kaya medyo nagugulo yung Google Sheet minsan. Tapos mamaya sasabihin niya, hindi pala, next week mo na lang gawin. Kaya ganun, minsan nakakalitong makipag-work sa kanya minsan.
Yeah. It's not unusual. Like, there's a lot of clients that are like that.
Kaya
Like, a lot of clients. So, minsan, you have to bully the client.
oo.
That's what I
Minsan
do.
gusto ko na nga din siyang pagalit.
Yeah, that's what I do. That's what I do. Dati nung ako pa lahat sa payroll, tapos ang gagawin niya, so naayos ko na yung payroll, and then gagawin niya, hulog niya lang yung pera so that everyone gets paid. But let's say if it's a Friday, like and tapos Eastern time yung banko, Pacific time siya. So if we wait too long, di ba, like hindi siya papasok. So it's gonna come out like Monday. And so everyone's waiting for the weekend. So makakailang reminder ako sa kanya, minsan 5, mga ganun. Tapos alam ko
Oo.
na iiritan na siya. But, you know, I'm just trying to do my job. Hello, this is what you hired
Oo.
me for. Ginaganon ko na lang siya.
Totoo.
Ginaganon ko na lang siya. This is what you hired me for. And, you know what? Kung hindi kita kukulitin, there's like so many people na hindi susweldo.
Oo, totoo.
Like, is that what you really want to happen? Right? Parang,
Oo, ako din minsan sabi kaya kanina imbis ang pangit pa kasi sa kanya kung wala siyang ipapagawa, yung talagang gusto niya flexible yung oras ko, hindi naman puwede. Kasi mahirap din kung isa lang yung client mo. Tapos minsan sasabihin niya, "Wala akong ipapagawa sa'yo ngayon." Ta's mamaya bigla-bigla magcha-chat siya, "Bakit ganito hindi nagawa yung ganito, yung pinapagawa ko nung isang ano, isang araw." Ta's tinitignan ko naman, lahat naman nagawa ko naman lahat. Kaya minsan hindi ko alam kung paano niya nakikita na hindi ko ginawa or what. Kaya,
so,
meron
dalawa
kasi
yung client mo ngayon, basically.
meron kasing ano, kasi yung business niya kasi music lesson. So parang may school siya.
Music school.
Tapos
Okay.
gusto niya yung nandun sa calendar niya, gusto niya naka-private para hindi daw nakikitang ng mga parents. Tinitignan ko naman, lahat naman naka-private. Hindi ko alam kung paano niya nakikita na naka-public. Kaya, ano ba yan? Sabi ko, ano ba siya? Nalilito na ba siya? Na-stress na ba siya? Kasi recently meron yung teacher na magsisimula na sana this week. Kaso nag-back out siya. Parang meron daw siyang mental illness.
So, may mga teachers na nagtuturo sa school niya.
Meron.
Okay, interesting.
Pati rin siya, nagtuturo siya ng vocal at guitar.
Okay.
So ayun, marami siyang incoming na emails, tapos mga nagbo-book na students niya. Ako naman yung naglalagay sa software niya. Minsan din nakakalito kasi syempre, gusto ko sana ako lahat mag-manage hanggang pati pagtawag. Kasi syempre, kung pati siya nakikisingit, nagugulo yung schedule. Syempre, kung nakausap ko yung isang tao, tapos mamaya, tatawagan na naman ulit siya.
O, bale,
Pagpapabook
doble-doble yung
ng
trabaho. Yeah.
Oo, kaya doble-doble. Kaya minsan, ano ba yan, kako? Mahirap maging ma-organize kung ganito, sabi ko.
Ganyan talaga.
Oo, kaya, ay naku, be patient. Pero minsan hindi rin nawawala na masasagot. Hindi naman sa sinasagot ko siya in a way na pangit yung pagkadinig niya. Pero, sinasabi ko na lang sa kanya na, I'm not sure kung paano mo nakikita na ganito, ganyan. Sa akin naman, hindi. Sabi ko sa kanya. May mga nakakairita talagang client minsan din.
Actually, all clients are like that. All clients. Yung nung EA pa ako, tapos yung client ko was the CEO of the VA agency. My God, ang pangit niya mag-spell. His
Bakit?
spelling was atrocious. It's terrible.
Oo.
Tapos ang hilig pa niya, tapos yung iPhones pa noon, yung iPhone 6. Yung maliit, yung ganun. 'Di ba? So, ang hilig pa niya mag-email sa phone niya. And he's a big guy. He's got like big hands, right? So, mali-mali spelling niya palagi. Tapos,
true. Pati
like
rin
all
kung
the time,
kaya
all the
ko.
time. Tapos yung mga ini-email niya, yung business coach niya, mga clients, mga ganun. Ang ginagawa ko, like, ina-unsend ko yung email niya. Kasi nakalagin ako dun sa browser, sa email niya. Di ba? Siya naman nakalagin sa phone. Then, ang ginagawa ko, nakaabang ako whenever he sends an email, which is throughout the day. And then, i-unsend ko yung email, ko-correct ko yung spelling, tapos send ko siya. And he
Oo.
never knew that I did that. Tapos yung calendar niya, my God, minsan dino-double book niya yung sarili niya, triple book niya yung sarili niya. Nandun siya kung wala ako dun sa meeting, like, ano ba, kausap niya yung coach niya, si Patrick Ferry, I think his coach was at the time. Tapos sabi niya, yeah, let's meet again next Thursday, mga ganun-ganun, ganyan-ganyan. Kung wala ako doon, ay, doble-doble mga booking niya. Buti
Di
nandun
ba
ako,
ate?
inaano ko, na, op, you have like the 10 to 12 that's planned on Thursday, so sabi ko, ganon, sinasabi ko ng ganon. So, dapat should be after like 12. Ganon.
Oo. Minsan din itong client ko din na nandun sa Canada, mali-mali din siyang mag-send ng message sa akin. Ako na lang yung nag-a-adjust. Para naman hindi niya sabihin sa'yo, ang tanga naman itong makaintindi kahit mali-mali. Pero pag titingnan mo, kung basa-basahin mo naman ng paulit-ulit, may inintindihan mo talaga. Pero meron pa yung isang message niya na, so that the parent cannot see. Tapos, imbis na can't, meron yung CA lang doon. Tapos may CA space T, ganun.
Pero alam mo yung ibig sabihin niya, di ba?
Oo, alam ko na kung ano ibig sabihin niya. Minsan, meron yung space. Tapos yung don't, mga ganun. Yung DON niya. Tapos space may T. Alam mo na to, ano na yun.
Dapat mind reader ka kasi.
Oo, kaya
Yan ang
minsan,
gusto nila eh.
alam ko na. Pero siguro yung parang nagra-rush na lang siguro siya na mag-text ganun.
Hindi sila details oriented eh. Yung mga clients, like there's not a lot of them. Hi Gyro. And medyo delikado ka rin if the client is super, details oriented. But by experience, talaga yung mga clients, they don't want to worry about details. They would prefer to pay somebody to,
Oo.
take care of the details for them.
Pero itong client ko na to, kasi ito yung pinaka-first na client ko na ako yung sumasagot sa mga emails niya. So, nung
Okay.
una, okay pa naman. Kasi, kung mag-email kasi siya, parang nakikipag-usap lang siya sa mga parents. Tapos
Okay.
siguro napapansin niya na parang hindi na professional yung pagkakaano mo. Sabi niya, can you upgrade your grammar? Sabi niya, naka-grammarly naman ako. Kaya minsan, kahit naka-grammarly ako, inuulit ko pa rin para parang maging professional din. Pero naghanap ako ng app na talagang gamitin para sa email. So ayun, parang naging professional na yung itsura. Mahirap talaga silang intindihin. Minsan nagbabago-bago yung taste nila.
Yeah, you have no idea.
Totoo.
You have no idea. Pero sana naman maganda yung rate mo. Ang ganda ng paraphrasing. Oh, yun dapat paraphrasing.
Yung paraphrasing, oo. Kasi minsan, doon din ako nakafocus kasi alam ko, syempre email yan. Dapat alam mo kung paano maging professional. Or yung parang nakikipag-usap ka lang ng friendly. Pero gusto na kasi is professional. Pero kung sana naman nag-i-email, hindi naman professional.
Try mo daw yung OpenAI. Ano yun? May sila? Pang-correct sila? Parang copy.ai?
Oo, pero yung ginagamit ko is Ghostwrite. Right ba? Oo, Ghostwrite.
Libre ba yon, Gyro? Libre na ba yung OpenAI? Di ba copy.ai?
Copy.ai. Oo. Yung copy.ai, kailangan mag-avail ka. Kasi naubos na yung free na Yung free.
Para price na free siya. Kaya lang, 2 to 3 lang makokorek. Hey, Solabas, thank you so much for the rose. Yung OpenAI, yun yung client ng anak ko. She works for that company. As a, like a, ano ginagawa niya? Experimental writer, parang ganun. Ang dami nilang data stuff eh. So my topic today, although alam ko marami tayong pag-uusapan, kasi ang daming nag-engage dun sa recent ko na post about how much pwede rin po si app.writer. O yan pala eh, gamitin as Chrome. Chrome extension. Libre yun, ano? Dahlia. Ay, nawala si ano. Si Mami. Nawala siya. Okay. For my demand. Yeah. I've used Jasper Jarvis. I've tried copy.ai, honestly. I mean, they all work, but it's all generic. So you still have to go in there and inject your own kind of personal touch to, whatever it is. Parang dilim nito. Ayan. So, I really appreciate those people who interacted on the recent posts about yung mga magkano natatanggap nila sa mga VA agency. So, yung tungkol sa client contract, kasi yung unang VA agency that I worked at, yung last na position ko sa kanila was sales. So, salesperson ako dun sa kanila. And it was my job to bring in clients. So, may nagsiset ng appointment para sa akin. And then, yung mga sales support na, yung mga ISA nila. So, people would set appointments for me with the client and try to close the client, basically. What the fuck is that? Try to close the client. Kaya I had access to the client contracts. So nakikita ko yung mga piniprima na mga nakontrata ng mga clients. Which is why I posted that. Hindi ko alam kung ganun pa rin dun sa kanila. But nung time ko, that was around up until 2017, yung nakalagay sa contract ng client is once they choose a VA, kung 12 months na sa kanila yung VA, mas gusto pa rin nila mag-continue with the same VA, si VA agency magpapatong ng, I think, 4% dun sa binabayaran nila. So, lumalaki yung binabayaran nila every year as long as they work with the same VA. Okay? And yung dahilan nila dun is they tell the client, kasi yung VA mo, dapat ini-increasean yan because of cost of living, inflation, blah, 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 blah. Okay. So, nandun yun sa client contract. The problem is, sa VA contract, wala naman nakalagay doon na makakatanggap ng 4% increase si VA. Walang nakalagay. Okay. So, yung pagkakaintindi ng clients is they're paying more and it's supposed to be going to the VA. But actually, most of the time, like, nothing goes to the VA. Sometimes, pag insistent si client, okay, they might say, gusto kong increasean yung rate ng VA ko. So, si VA agency sasabihin kay VA, ay, congratulations, nagbayad si client na i-increasean ka by, 3%, 2%, ganun. Tsaka mabibigyan si VA. Pero kadalasan is like, yung 4% annual increase na binabayad ni client kay agency, like, goes to the agency. You guys aren't aware of that, right? I didn't know about that either until I joined sales. Or actually, I didn't join sales. They made me join sales. Nilagay ako sa sales. Parang gano'n. Mas doon ko nalaman na may mga ganong nangyayari. Ay, may chismis ako malala. Ano yun? Ano yung chismis mo na malala? Diyan ba si Grace? Grace, may tatanungin ako sa'yo. Grace. Ano man, nag-edit si Grace, no? Grace. Ano yung chismis mo? Ito na nga, ito si agency ang offer sa akin, Australian dollars. Part-time lang ako, 2 hours per day. Bakit 2 hours a day? Di ba part-time 4 hours a day? Because full-time is 8 hours a day. So it should be 4 hours. And then, what happened? Then what happened? Yeah. Grace. Hi, Grace. Di okay. Tapos kinuha ko ni client. Di okay. 6 Australian dollars per hour. So per hour mo is 225 pesos. Tapos ayun, ang gusto ni client, mag-build ako ng operation workflow from scratch. So, operations. Wow. Naloka ako, Diyos ko, as in, ako gagawa ng buong operations process. Yeah, because they're fucking lazy. Hindi ko alam kung nakita mo yung client nightmare ni Francesca last week. Ginawa ng dati niyang client, ganyan na ganyan, exactly the same. Pinakreate sa kanya all the processes for operations. So she built the whole thing, she wrote it out, and then the client dumped her a day before her birthday. Ginagawa mo yung trabaho ng operations manager, not getting paid an operations manager's salary. Okay? Umaasa siya na ipopromote siya, tinawag siya sa meeting, and then tinanggal siya. Tapos magre-resign ako, sabi ko sa agency kasi ang baba ng 6 Australian dollars. Yeah, kasi mas mababa yung Australian dollar kasi sa US dollar. Mas gagawin mo yung trabaho ng operations manager. Okay. Ngayon, kinausap ko din si client. Nagulat si client kasi di niya alam na 6 Australian dollars lang. Akala niya 20. Kasi yun ang usapan nila ng agency. So, wait. Binabayad niya sa agency is 20 Australian dollars, right? Tapos binibigay sa'yo is 6. Is that what's happening there? Alam mo, kung 225 ka lang per hour, and then 2 hours a day ka, you're not even making minimum wage. Okay, you realize that. That's like 500 a day. Diba minimum wage ngayon is 550? Tama ba? So you're not even making minimum wage. I hope you have other clients. Okay, so kung usapan ni agency tsaka ni client is babayaran ni client si agency ng 20 Australian dollars, okay, the agency cannot give you 20 Australian dollars, okay? Negosyo pa rin sila. Kailangan nila kumita. Okay, so, pero, like, the difference between $6 and 20 is too big. Diba? Ang laki, masyado. Like, I mean, at least half, diba? 10 for you, 10 for the client. Sana. Ginawa ni client, tinerminate ako, tapos, inabsorb niya ako. Okay, so, yeah, I would warn against that as well. Kasi tingnan mo muna yung agreement mo kay agency. Okay. If yung agency may non-compete dun sa contract, tapos ikaw, you work direct for the client, that means you cut out, both of you cut out the agency. You cut out the middleman. And si client may lawyer dito sa Pilipinas, baka habulin ka. Ginawa niyan 20 USD per hour. Yeah, I would look at your contract. Like I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't work direct with a client. Yeah, that's not good. Di nila alam nag-usap kayo. Well, it's still not good. Right? It's still not a good thing. I know that you're not happy with what happened with the agency, but yung you went behind their back, tapos si client went behind their back, tapos nag-usap kayong dalawa. Like, tignan mo muna yung kontrata mo kasi if may non-compete dun sa contract mo, tapos may lawyer dito si client, that they can make life difficult for you if they decide to pursue. Valid po ba na mag-resign pag pinatake contact center calls pero nasa job description admin task? What? I don't understand. Sa call center ba yan? Wala siyang non-compete. Well, you better be sure. Check mo yung kontrata mo. Check mo na maigi. Kung wala silang lawyer dito, di walang problema. But then, do you know if they have a lawyer here? Well, good for you. But, you know, and how do I know that? Because I was operations director. Kasama ko sa mga executive meetings with the lawyer, with the lawyer, finance manager, CEO, blah, blah, blah. So, alam ko yung mga galawan nila. Okay, so kung sa call center yan, I have no idea. Okay, you're asking my opinion. I'm not a lawyer. I'm not a lawyer. Okay. Hindi ko alam kung valid yung resignation. I have no idea. Okay, I'm not going to give you legal advice because I'm not a lawyer. Wala sila connection sa Pinas. Better be sure. Kasi yung iniwanan ko na VA agency, they had a lawyer locally. If they're a big VA agency, they will keep a lawyer on retainer. And ikaw, bilang ordinaryong VA, do you know if they have a lawyer or not? You don't know. Yung nakakaalam lang niyan yung mga members ng executive team, mga senior OM, mga ganyan, mga senior management. Malay natin yung PF ko may lawyer sa US, may lawyer dito sa Pinas. Yung mga mayayaman, ganyan. They keep lawyers on retainer. I handle her mails pero di po ako nag-resign. Nasa agency pa ako. Yeah, I can't give you legal advice. Please don't ask me for legal advice. Okay, I'm not a lawyer. Pero kung nasa VA agency ka and then hindi ka masaya sa trabaho mo, mag-resign ka ng maayos. Okay, whatever is the terms and conditions for resignation in your contract, sundin mo yun. Like, pag hiningi nila is 30 days, then mas maganda, bigyan mo sila ng 30-day notice. Yun ang pinakamaganda. Pero kung mag-resign ka na biglaan, they can't do anything about it. Right? They can't do anything about it, but still, mas okay na mag-resign ng maayos. Mas okay pa rin yun. Well, you can't say that. Na we'll never resign because you don't know. Diba? Kung halimbawa, what if I had to resign because I had cancer? I can't I can't say I will never be late. I will never be out. May in-interview ako na ganon. Tapos tinanong ko sa niya, what are some of your strengths? Tapos yan ang sinagot niya, I will never be late. I will never be absent. I will never blah blah. I will never blah. Like, don't make promises you cannot keep. You cannot make those promises. You can't keep those promises. Na hindi ka malilate, hindi ka ma-absent, never ka mag-resign, na wala, never na ganito, never na ganyan. You don't know what's gonna happen. Like, for example, nagkabagyo. So, hindi ka nakapasok sa client mo. Tapos ikaw, I will never be late, I will never be absent. Okay. Like, isip-isip konti. Use your brain. Don't make promises you cannot keep. Yes. 199, magkano ba yun? If health issues po, di ba pwede mag-immediate resign? But if wala naman, due process po talaga. I mean, depende kung kaya mo, hindi mo kaya, di ba? But if it's health issues, like, they'll probably ask for proof. Okay, thank you for joining, guys. Wait, hanapin ko si Ladi. Thank you, Dahlia. Thank you, Dahlia. $100. Teenager kailangan. Okay, that's not me. Kamusta po voice over mo? Dumadami yung trabaho. Naloloka ako. Kanina may interview ako with a Singaporean social media management company. Wala pang usapan rates, but they asked me to do a custom, like voiceover. Kasi meron silang client na ano ba yung client nila? may YouTube channel that's focused on sports. So they want to know, like, how much do I know about soccer? How much do I know about this? How much do I know about that na sports? Tapos kailangan daw enthusiastic and, cool, parang ganon for sports. So ginawa ko yung voice over nila. I'm waiting to hear from them. Tapos naka-final ako sa isang Chinese company for AI. Tapos may reach out sa akin dito eh. Anong gusto niya? Video, 90 seconds, info video describing the company and product. Must be jolly and lively. Hoy, Christine, hello! Pang sports ka na din. Yeah, I love sports. I'm an amateur boxer. Well, I used to be. Before
Yo.
pandemic. Uy, kamusta ka na? Magaling na kayong lahat.
Yeah, I've been busy. Super.
May tanong si Ian. Miss Jen, may question. I have a client rin right now na meet ko naman yung daily quota and na-exceed ko naman almost. Okay, so what's your question? Yun na, pero wala pa ring increase, wala ding bonus. Tapos parang walang growth, gusto ko mag-resign. Have you talked to the client? Kwento mo yung nangyari sa'yo, Christine. 3 years ka na sa client.
Yeah, for 3 years. Then, di ako nag-ask ng raise. Then, just, a few months, I think, when si Jen, sabi niya sa akin, it's your time. Well, then, yeah, guys, so I asked for a raise, like, few months. When Chen, pushed me, like, hey, Christine, you should, ask for a raise. You've been working for how many years without client? So, yun. I've busy, grabe.
Tapos nung
Gusto
humingi
naman
ka,
ko,
gano'ng katagal ka naghintay?
like, 15, 20 minutes. Ganun. After na meeting namin.
See? Humingi siya ng increase, si Christine. Okay? Wala pang ilang minutes. May sagot
Hindi
na.
maabot ng 1 hour. Yeah, hindi
Wala
maabot
pang
ng
1 hour.
hour.
Client said,
Wala.
yeah, sure, of course. Oh,
Yeah. Kasi minsan hindi na nila naiisip na, ay, oo nga, baka kailangan.
may,
Minsan kailangan din natin sila i-remind.
yeah. So,
Huwag
what
tayong
I would
mahiya.
do, if I was you, is gather your data, like yung mga numbers mo, for the last at least 6 months. And then,
Yeah.
medyo nahiya ako, very, very late
Very
kasi.
light.
I mean, walang nakakahiya doon. Okay? Walang
Totoo.
nakakahiya doon. Like, you're just asking. Okay? The disadvantage is, you're not in a place to know if maganda yung negosyo ni client or hindi. Okay? So,
Oo.
pag umayaw sila, it could be because the business is like medyo mabagal right now since it's recession. Okay? But,
Mm-mm.
there's no harm in asking. Basta alam mo na, like, consistent yung performance mo. What I would do
Yep.
is ask your client for an appointment. Okay, say,
Yeah.
so next week, are you free on maybe Monday or Tuesday? Just for like 30 minutes. I need to talk to you about something important. Yan.
Oo,
Tapos,
tapos,
paset ka na appointment.
yeah, this, you can also ask na rin nung, ano pa ba yung mga dapat mong improve or yung mga ganon. Para kasi makita rin ni client na may concern ka sa business. And doon mo na ipasok. Ako kasi nung ginawa ko yun, is nagmi-meeting lang kami and then nag-ask lang ako na, hey, you know what, I know someone who's doing the same role as mine and she's getting like this. But I'm not saying you do the same, ha. Kasi I'm pretty sure naman na confident naman ako na maganda yung standing ng sales ng client nung nag-approach ako sa kanya. So yun, minsan kailangan mo din silang do you think there's something that I need to improve on my performance? Pag sinabi niya naman, you're doing great. Tapos saka mo na ibida-bida yung sarili mo na, hey, you know what? I've been, working with you, ganyan-ganyan. And I noticed that we have a good sales, ganun-ganon, etc.
Yeah.
Mm.
You can ask them, you like working with me, right? We've been working together for like 1.5 years now, so I assume you like working with, because I like working with you. Yeah. Huwag mo gagamitin na dahilan yung season kasi Pasko. Huwag mo gamitin yan.
Oo, hindi
It's
yun
not a
uso.
good practice. Yeah. Tsaka hindi uso sa kanila yung 13th month, yung Christmas
Oo.
bonus, hindi nila gawain yun. So, pipilitin mo yung kultura natin dito sa kanila. That's not mas okay na galing sa numbers mo, sa performance mo. Okay?
Mm.
Hindi dahil sa panahon, dahil Pasko. Like, don't use that. Okay? Like,
Totoo.
use your hard work because you worked for that. That's your hard work, diba? So,
Totoo yan.
get all your numbers, put them in like a sheet, parang screenshot. Wag mo na isend kay client doon sa meeting, sabi mo, well, I actually put together my numbers and I like working with you, you like working with me. I'm always, you know, I definitely want to stay with you. I was wondering if you think my performance this year so far or for the last ilang months, whatever, is will warrant an increase if you would like to consider that. I can send you a copy of my numbers, at least for the last 6 months. If you want, I can put my numbers together for the last 12 months. Ganyan. Just keep it very
Totoo.
light, okay? Don't sound desperate, okay? Um,
Oo.
just keep it light. Kasi, I mean, matagal na kayo din nagtatrabaho di ba? So,
Yeah. Tsaka feeling ko naman pagka umabot ka na ng year sa client at nakapag-build ka na ng, good relationship with that client. So, huwag ka nang mahiya. Ako nahiya ako nung una pero na-realize ko, oo nga no, ang tagal ko na rin nag-work sa kanya. So, bakit pa ako mahihiya, di ba? And kasi kung hindi naman din maganda yung, alam mo, yung sales ng client or yung business standing ng client, they will also inform you naman na, hey, hindi nila kaya ngayon, maybe, in the few months, then get back to them na lang.
yeah, and follow up. If they say,
Yeah.
well, if things, you're right, like you've been doing a great job, you've been putting in, great performance. Unfortunately, we've been hit by the recession, ganyan.
Mm.
We can revisit in the next few months. Mag-follow up ka.
Oo.
Okay, mag-follow up
Importante
ka, like
yun.
at least, kung gusto mo palagpasin yung isang quarter, kasi sa totoo lang, nasa loob pa rin tayo ng recession. Di
Oo
ba?
nga.
Pag nababalitaan mo, medyo nagre-recover na tayo sa recession, you can ask the client again. Di ba?
True.
So may tanong si what if graphic designer po, tapos di ko po alam numbers ko, how to ask for a raise po? Well, how long have you been with the client? Nahiya din talaga
Performance.
mag-ask ng increase, pero buti client ko nagsabi na laging magpa-review sa kanila. Yeah. If may annual review sila, you hold them accountable to that. So what? If i-review ka annually, what happens after that? Do you know? What's the reason for the review?
Totoo. Tsaka, di ba, kung sakasakali na mag-stop yung operation, at least you have the latest reviews. Kung ano ba yung standing mo sa client, kung okay ba yung performance mo, goods ba yung mga output mo.
Wala sumasagot
Yan.
sa akin, buisit.
Kamusta naman ang mga voice-over mo dyan?
Ito nga
Pretty.
somebody's asking me to do info video. This is for YouTube. Info video about describing their product and company. Must be jolly and lively. And it's in English. Tapos 1 minute to 1 minute 30 seconds. So mga 90 seconds. And he's asking me how much is my rate. I have no idea. Siyempre, bago pa lang ako eh. So, tinanong ko si Sir Raz. Si Sir Raz, he's a DJ, radio DJ, and he's been in the industry for like 10 years plus. Kaso hindi pa siya sumasagot. So, si Grace, mukhang nag-edit pa. Kasi ang mahal dun sa rate calculator ng Voc Alliance. 40,000? What? Hello, bago pa lang ako. Ayan. Tapos kanina may interview ako with a Singaporean social media management company to do some voiceovers. Consistent yun for one of their clients. sports channel on YouTube. Tapos naka-final ako dun sa isang Chinese company for AI training. Malaki yun, pre. Sana makuha ko. Diba? And then, hindi ko na pinatulan yung sexy podcast. May nakita ko mas okay. Kaso hindi pa ako nagsasend.
Makasumali sa mga live ninyo, hindi ako makapasok.
Alam ko busy kayo. I'm so
Hindi, may sakit
sorry.
ako nung week. Nung sumunod na
last
week naman,
week, diba?
nag-busy ako.
Oo.
Tapos itong week naman, umalis ako. Ngayon naman, actually, naka-leave ako. Talagang nag-join na ako ng live mo. Inantay ko.
Buti naman naka-join ka ngayon. Na maaga.
Yeah. Kasi kaya, syempre, sabi ko kasi
Naka-VL ka,
baka hindi
diba?
nakakayanan. Yeah.
Yes! Uy, thank you.
Yeah.
May buti na isip mo mag-try ng voice-over niche. Yeah, I never thought of it before.
Ako talaga, akala ko talaga nag-voice over ka talaga. Kasi ang ganda talaga ng
talaga?
accent mo. Yeah, I love it. I told you that before.
Yun nga yung feedback sa akin is like, you should like, ano ba yan? Yun yung mga feedback ng iba. So I was like, I don't know, might as well try it, diba?
Oo. At saka ang
Mawawala.
galing mo mag-tweak ng tone of voice, ng tonality. You can be a sweet, you can be may authority, you can be, yung mga ganun. Ganun yung laro ng boses mo. Pwedeng pang mataray, pwedeng pang malambing, pwedeng, alam mo yan, pang sexy. Ako kasi pang maton eh.
I think eventually you learn it. Okay? I don't think I'm good at it yet. Yung, kailangan talaga yung, si Sir Heini, yan, yung nag-live kanina, siya he's based in, I think, UAE or Dubai, pero Pinoy siya. And then, siya, listed na siya internationally as voice talent. Magaling siya sa mga dubbing, yung mga cartoons, mga ganyan.
Ay, talaga?
Yeah. And, alam mo yung mga, may nagbigay sa akin ng anime. Tiga Vietnam. Hindi ko pa nagagawa. Because there's 4 voices. My voice range is very limited. Okay, so, because I haven't, tested it. I haven't tried out a lot of the voices. So, so wala nagtuturo sa akin, pre. I'm just, doing it on my own. So,
oo nga.
Kaya,
diba? As in, nag-aaral ka talaga.
Oo.
Yung pagtulog mo pa, inaaral mo pa sa hapon.
Tsaka sa totoo lang, I don't enjoy the acting. Nung high school, nag-drama club ako. I didn't enjoy it.
Ito, pero maganda yung boses mo. Bagay kaya sa image na yan. Oo, mo nga si Dahlia, akala niya matagal ka ng nag-voice over.
Okay, so, yung misconception is kailangan maganda yung boses mo to voice over. You don't need to. Actually, you don't.
Talaga?
You don't. Yung mga ibang pinapakinggan ko, kahit yung mga foreigner, very ordinary yung iba, yung voice.
Meron akong video, tinry ko ng voice over. At hirap na hirap ako. Alam mo ba nakailang take ako nun? Ano ba yun? Ang quick lang nun eh. Sabi ko na, yung I wanted to be honest, yung video na yon, yung quick video na yon. Ay mo pre, almost 1 hour ko yun paulit-ulit. Kung ginagawa, sabi ko, hala, ang hirap pala nun, kasi sasabayin mo yung, di ba, parang yung rhythm. Sabi ko, partida to, video ko pa to. Paano na lang kung ibang video pa yung gagawan ko ng voice over? Parang
ganun
ang
talaga.
hirap.
You have to practice every day. Yung sinasalihan ko ng mga challenge sa TikTok, try it. You guys should try it. At tapos yung tinry ko yung radio DJ challenge, doon ko lang nalaman na seconds ang binibilang sa radyo. Grabe, di ba? They're like,
talaga?
okay, oo. Yung radio DJ challenge, try mo yun. Bibilangan kang segundo lang.
Pero isasend ko lang sa iyo ha. Hindi ko ibabaw sa page sa TikTok.
Pwede mo i-only me mo naman yung di ba? And I was like, oh shit, ganito pala kabilis, no?
Hi, talaga?
Grabe. Tapos yung uma-adlib pa sila sa lagay na yun.
Oh my gosh.
Mm. Like you have to think like the first thing that comes into your head, like you have to
Mm.
ad-lib it. Parang ganon.
Ay, okay. Ayos 'no.
Mm.
Sige nga, mapag-ano nga 'yan.
Di ba sabi ko sa'yo, nag-open yung dati yung sa Hello ba yun? Eh, medyo ano sila yung parang, medyo Filipino, yung Tagalog sila, pero medyo
Oo.
chika-chika, ganun yung style. Kaya sabi ko sa'yo,
Ah,
mag-try ka. Like, you don't know, right? And it does seem like a very fun job, right? It
oo nga,
seems
parang
fun. But at
pero
the
parang
beginning, mukhang
mabubulol ako,
pressure.
eh.
Eh, ganun talaga sa simula. Out na
Oo
po
nga.
ako mga Oy, Dahlia, thank you.
Go, Dalia.
Go,
Friend ko
Dahlia,
ata rin 'yan,
girl.
eh.
Uy,
Oo. Anong topic
huwag ka
niyo ba
magtagal
last
sa
week?
GVA, mag-EA ka kagad.
Anong topic niyo last week? Parang grabe ang daming galaw, ang daming
Explosive
moves.
yung, explosive
Anong
yung topic last week.
ay
May,
talaga?
may pumasok si
Na naman?
Jers ba yun? Ayun, so we had si Vincenzo, nag-send sa akin ng mga available na trabaho. So, ayan, may mga sinendan ako ng yung JD and then the email address. So, I don't know if
Mm.
they've been interviewed. Yung asawa nga ni Miss MJ applied for the team lead role.
MJ na taga-Athena?
Mm-mm.
Ay
Si
talaga?
Mia. Mm-mm.
Oo.
Yung asawa niya. Girl, 130,000 yun per
Wow!
month. Mm.
Saan ka diyan, 'di ba? Sino ka diyan? Yan ang legit.
Ayan. And then, somebody hopped into the live and sabi niya, hindi niyo naman kayang, yung mga pinagsasabi niyo, hindi niyo naman kayang gawin yan sa tunay na buhay. Malay ba namin gawa-gawa daw.
Oh,
Oo.
hala, may gano'n? Oh
Oo,
my
may
God.
nag-comment na ganon.
Ang tigas ng mukha nun, ah.
Tapos sabi ni Francesca sa kanya, ay, parang inaano namin, uy, kawawa ka naman, hindi ka nilambing kasi ng nanay mo, ganon.
Oo.
Pinadede ka ng gasolina, mga
Hala,
ganyan.
Diyos ko.
Sabi ni Francesca,
Talaga?
nilambing ni Francesca, sabi niya, Jers, alam mo, kahit ganyan ka, sana may magmahal sa'yo, ganyan-ganyan. Para malaman mo yung sarap ng may humihele sa'yo, leche ka.
Ay talaga, may gano'n?
Tsaka
Hala.
may nagtanong na what are our experiences on client nightmares. So,
Oo.
si Coach Potato, yung hinire siya ng isang VA who's working for a client.
Mm.
Tapos ginamit siya. Kasi pinasulat siya ng article. Eh, syempre starting pa lang siya noon.
Oo.
So, tapos yung VA, sinabi dun sa client na siya yung gumawa ng articles.
Ay, ang bastos naman nun.
Yung mga ganon. Tapos kung paano gumante si Coach Potato.
Ay, talaga? Ay,
Oo,
ako meron din akong bad experience sa mga
ano?
client.
Ikaw hindi nagkwento eh.
Ay,
Sige,
oo.
go.
Akin naman, ang tawag dito, may yung client na yun, real estate yun, pero side gig ko lang yun. Tapos, inan niya ako the same day, ay, hindi, nag-ask ako ng raise kasi we close like 3 deals in a month. Tapos sabi ko, this is a good time na mag-ask ako ng raise. So, nag-ask ako ng raise. I'm not sure kung anong eksaktong sinabi ko sa kanya, but yun, parang ganun yung pinapalabas ko. Gusto ko mag-ask for a raise. Hindi naman na malaki ang hiningi ko that time.
Mm.
Alam mo, ang sabi niya sa akin, Friday yun, sabi niya, alright, Christine, I'll get back to you by Monday for my response about your request. So, syempre, si bakla, nag-antay until Monday. Wow, ang bumungad sa akin ng Monday. Wala
Tinanggal
na
ka na.
akong work. Eto pa, di okay na. So,
Dahil
parang,
humingi ka ng raise.
oo, pero ang sakit sa kalooban ko. Sabi ko, okay lang naman. Sabi ko, sige, okay lang. Meron pa naman akong main client. Sabi ko, sige, thank you so much, ganun. Siyempre, inano ko pa rin si kuya. Sinabihan ko pa rin na, kind pa rin siya, ganun.
Mm-mm.
Bakla, nag-hire ng ibang VA. Yung VA niya, nag-approach sa akin, isend ko sa yung screenshot.
Mag-hire
Oo,
sila ng tapos ikaw
Oo,
nilapitan.
nag-hire siya ng ibang virtual assistant. Tapos, yung VA na yun, nakikita niya yung pangalan ko dun sa system. PNF niya ako sa Facebook. Sabi
Nagtatanong
ko,
sa'yo.
oo, kung ano daw yung ginagawa ko,
May
ganyan.
gali.
Eto pinaka
Bastos ang
nakakatawa.
puta.
Binalikan niya ako nung client. Sabi niya, "Hey, Christine, are you available?" Sabi ko, "No, I'm no longer available." Sakit, no? Kala mo, ha? Yeah, you can hire. Kasi yung hinire niya na yun, nakuha niya lang yun ng parang $5 an hour. Yeah, you can hire.
Oh.
Cheaper rate than mine. It's okay. I totally understand that. Pero hindi ko naman ma-assure sa'yo na we're giving you the same quality of work that she
Oh,
can do what
syempre.
I can do as
Exactly.
well, 'di ba? So sabi ko, okay lang naman sa akin kung sinabi niya sa akin na hindi pa siya ready to give me a raise. Okay lang naman yun. Naintindihan ko naman kasi
Sana
bago lang ako
sinabi
nun
niya
eh.
na lang, 'di ba?
Oo, kaysa yung sasabihin niya sa akin, Christine, wait until Monday. Then pagka Monday, yung mababasa ko, "Hey Christine, this is ganyan-ganyan, mahirap na sa kalooban niya. Pero ito daw yung best thing na makagagawa niya. Magpo-post daw muna siya sa business." And then eventually, after few days, may virtual assistant nag-PM sa akin na may screenshot ko, sasend ko sa'yo. Matatawa ka talaga. Worst experience kasi sabi ko, hindi ako dati parang naano pa ako, na-attach ako sa client, but nung nangyari sa akin yun yung parang on the spot akong
Yeah.
binitawan.
Natuto,
No na, hindi na
natuto
ako
ka na, 'di
nagkakaroon
ba?
ng no, hindi na ako nagkakaroon ng attachment. Ano lang, work lang.
Yeah, it's
Kasi
business.
oo, kasi 'di ba kung mag-a-attach ka lang ng feelings sa kanila, mag-i-invest ka ng feelings, parang 'pag nag 'pag hindi na naging good yung business nito, iiwanan ka rin nun, eh. Kumbaga talo ka pa rin at the end of the day na kung masyado ka mag-invest ng feelings. Although okay naman din kung ang feelings na invest mo is just to be, the virtual assistant, work related, ganun. Tuwang-tuwa talaga ako dun sa kliyente na yun. Sabi ko sa'yo, tapos babalikan mo ako, akala niya, ha?
Yung nangyari kay Francesca, yung masaklap.
Ano sa kanya? Ay,
Yung,
birthday?
oo, yung
Sakit nun, no?
pinagawa, alam mo yung trabaho niya, halos operations manager na yun. Magsulat ka ng mga operations process, mga
Oo.
workflow, tapos gawa ka ng mga SOP, mga ganyan-ganyan.
Mm.
And then, akala niya ipopromote na siya.
Oh.
Right? And then they called her in a meeting. Tapos sabi ng client, I was trying to convince my partner to that we should keep you, ganto ganto.
Mm.
Tapos binitawan siya like the day before her birthday.
Oh, ang sakit naman noon.
That blows. That
Oo, 'di
sucks.
ba? Sucks yun. Kaya talaga dapat yung mga ano 'no, yung iba, yung marami kasi ako nakikita alam mo yung meron akong palang ano, ito lang, yung kaibigan ko, yung tinuruan ko siya mag-VA then 2 years ago, nag-stop na sila nung client niya after 2 years kasi affected nga dun sa real estate. Ngayon, hala, ang bakla, ano, buntis pa naman siya, parang dinudugo siya dahil na-stress siya, na nawalan siya ng client, and also, parang na-attach siya dun sa client, parang hindi siya maka-move on. Nagkakaroon siya ng client 1 week lang, parang kino-compare niya yung dati niyang client na sa dating client niya raw ganito, ganyan. Sabi ko, hindi mo mako-compare yun kasi every client has a different ano nila, mga, strategy, different kung anong mga ginagawa nila sa business nila. And sabi ko, "Wag kang ma-attach lalo sa client kasi comes and goes sila."
Yun nga pinag-usapan din last week, like, okay, so, kasi may nag-react na parang, oh, my client is my best friend, parang ganun. And I'm like,
Mm.
okay, your client cannot be your best friend because they're paying you. Okay? Like,
Totoo.
like, who pays for you to be their friend? Diba? It doesn't make any
Oo.
sense. Like, it's so, like, when you think about it, it's so pathetic.
Yeah.
Diba? Like, did
Oo.
you watch yung show dati ni Paris Hilton? Parang ganun yung ginagawa niya eh. Pero si Paris, alam mo, parang pinaglalaroan niya lang yung mga tao.
Mm.
Pero parang ganun yung show na parang you're gonna be, like Paris's friend. But technically, you're on a show. So, you're being paid to be on the show. So, you're being
Mm.
paid to, tapos parang nagko-competition yung mga nandun to be Paris's friend. But she is Paris Hilton. Like, you know, she can afford to pay to to get guys, to get friends, to get whatever shit,
Oo.
diba? And it's kind of
Totoo.
the same thing. Like, how can you say your client is your best friend when they are paying you?
Yeah.
Your client can never be your best friend. Okay, Hindi siya, bakit? Kasi hindi siya permanent relationship. It's a money relationship. It's a
Mm.
transactional relationship. It's based on money.
Totoo. Totoo yan. I agree.
'Di ba?
Yung iba
And
kasi
like,
akala
hindi
nila,
kayo magiging equal niyan. Kasi nga, binabayaran ka niya. It's not like you and me. Like, we're both basically in the same boat. 'Di ba? Like, we're
mm
working for clients. We're basically freelancers. Like, I'm not paying you. You're not paying me for anything. We can be friends. Like, we are friends. But, yung sasabihin mo, yung isa nagbabayad, like, for you to be around and for you to work, like, that's not a true friendship.
Totoo,
Tsaka,
totoo.
the only permanent relationships you will ever have, family, some of your friends, and anak mo, your lifelong
Yeah.
partner.
Oo,
Yan.
totoo. At saka, di ba, imagine mo, kung best friend pala yung turing mo dun sa client mo, and may benefit ka na kinukuha sa kanya like the money, di ba? That's how you treated your best friend na kailangan may nakukuha kang benefit like the money, di ba?
Yeah,
Tsaka,
that tells a lot about your personality. Like, is
oo,
that what you
totoo.
would classify a best friend na may nakukuha
Mm.
ka? Like,
Oo, kailangan
na,
meron ka nakukuha ng
na,
benefit.
na financial, di ba?
Yeah, oo, totoo. Ay, sayang 'no, nandun ako baka nag-init din ang ulo ko nun. Loko-loko yun, ah. Tsaka hindi naman sa ano 'no, kasi siguro
Sino pa?
may mga ano dito, may mga VA na sobrang tagal nila sa client na lang. But, for me personally, hindi ko yun sina-suggest na super ma-attach sa client kasi ang hirap, um mahirap ma-heartbroken sa client. Kaya mapapansin mo sa mga Facebook group, no, mga freelancer, ang dami doon, umiiyak sila, parang kasi nawalan sila ng client. Eh, well, it's okay. It's okay to be sad for a day and then tomorrow, get up, go for, another client, di ba? Eh, yung iba nalulugmok dahil nga na-attach sa client. So,
Yeah, don't become
one
attached to
thing
your
yun,
clients.
red flag dapat din yun sa atin, no? Na-educate din dapat yung mga baguhan tungkol sa ganyan. Kasi yung iba, hindi na-educate mga ganyan, yung mga maliliit na bagay na malaki ang impact.
I think it's something that you cannot avoid
Mm.
because eventually you're gonna get a client that must type mo siya kesa yung iba.
Oo.
Dali ah. Nangungulit ito. Nauuhaw.
Nangungulit ang bebe.
Spoiled ka. Napaka-spoiled girl mo. Wala akong treaties ah. Wala akong treats. So, kumain ka na kanina. Diyan, uminom ka dyan. Good girl. Ayan. So, I think there's going to be a point where you work with a client where you like the client, like magkasundo kayo, but never
Mm.
make the mistake of thinking that you cross that boundary of the professional dun sa personal.
Mm.
Tapos, may isa pa, like, siguro yung TikTok from 3 weeks ago, um,
Mm.
oh my God, narrator for a teen vampire series, I want to do that. Okay. Dali ah. Tanggapin ko lang yung ano. Pero mamaya auditionan ko to. Um, Sabi niya, yung client niya parang may gusto daw sa kanya.
Ah,
And I'm like, that's fucking creepy. That's creepy as
oo.
hell. Like,
Oo.
those yung nagte-take advantage na si client of, the relationship. And it's the client that's crossing the line now.
Oo.
'Di ba? And that like, and tapos ikaw, tuwang-tuwa ka kasi feeling mo ang haba ng buhok mo, may puti na nagkagusto sa'yo. But you know what? It's
Gusto lang
it's not
makatipid.
a gusto either exactly, yun ang
Makalibre.
naisip ko eh. I was like,
Baka
gusto
makalibre.
makalibre, gusto makatipid, or may
Oo.
mas pangit pa na agenda,
Oo.
Because sabi ko nga, di ba, I made a video about that. I had a friend before na she had a client, bago pa lang siya sa client, mga first month, tapos biglang chinat siya ng client who asked her, and yung
Oo.
friend ko na yun, payatot siya.
Oo.
Sabi sa kanya ng client, what are you wearing right now? The client wanted to know what underwear she was wearing.
Oh my God. Really?
Oo.
Shit.
Tapos sabi ng client, and then inignore niya. Tapos umulit si client, tapos sabi ni client, I'll give you $100 right now if you send me a picture of you in your underwear.
Oh, shoot. Oh my God. That's a red flag.
That's why yung parang nagkakagustuhan kayo ni client and it's a working relationship, that is huge red flag. You should be suspicious right away. 'Di ba? Parang why would the client, like why? It's creepy as hell, I'm telling you. Really
Totoo.
creepy. Like yung friend ko, nag-resign siya the next day.
Natakot.
How are you gonna have a working relationship with a freaking maniac like that? English. Okay. Each book is 60,000 words. Okay. Teen romance, parang Twilight. Mura naman, $110. Okay, contain.
Nakakatakot. Oh my God. Ayaw maka-experience ng ganun.
Yeah, di pa ako naka-experience ng ganun, but
Ako
it's
hindi pa
it's
din.
super scary na pag sinabi ng client nagkakagusto na siya or yung mga
Oo.
ganon.
Or
Like,
at saka, yung iba din, baka nagkakagusto rin sila sa client. Ang hirap din kasi nun, pag nahaluan mo ng kalokohan yung ganong, yung trabaho, lalo na yung ganito, is we're doing business at hahaluan mo siya ng
Exactly.
kalokohan. What will happen is, wala, masisira ka lang. Eh,
Yeah.
paano kung yung mga, halimbawa, like, for example, sa amin, mga realtors and wholesaler, most likely sa isang state, magkakakilala sila dahil sa National Realtor Association. And then magugulat ka na lang na kilala ka na pala ng lahat ng realtor. Hindi dahil sa pagiging magaling na VA, kundi, alam mo na. 'Di ba? Parang ang pangit naman.
Tapos alam mo yung worst situation dyan? Let's say, ginagamit ka lang ni client and then you fell for the client. Ikaw ang
Totoo.
sobrang talo dyan.
Oo.
Right? Like emotionally, how are you gonna recover from that? How long will it take you to recover from that?
Totoo yun.
It's just a red flag if may mga feelings na na-involve. Ikaw naman, syempre, pag halimbawa, single ka, mga ganyan, so kinikilig-kilig ka, like, don't be stupid.
Oo,
Okay?
totoo yan.
Don't be stupid. Like, put your head on right. Okay. I mean,
Ganda-ganda ka na sa sarili mo nun, no? Ay, gusto sa akin yung client ko. Ay, shoot.
parang, yung client ko na may gusto sa akin eh. Like, ew.
Oh my God.
Sa totoo lang, it's ew.
Totoo, di ba?
Thank you, Gyro. I mean,
Ay,
okay,
thank you.
kung tunay, okay, kung talagang, wow, Gyro, ang dami naman. Thank you.
Mayaman, syempre, attorney. Attorney,
May Christmas bonus na yan.
pabato naman dyan, kahit sa bulaklak lang.
Kung talagang may gusto sa'yo si client, okay, what he's gonna do, he's gonna terminate you, and then he's gonna, like, talk to you outside of work. Okay.
Oh, or siguro, di ba, hire na lang siya ng iba. For me, kung sa ganun, no? Hire
Yeah,
na lang
and
siya
then
ng
he'll
iba.
date you, but you're not working. If yun ang gawin niya, it means that he's serious about you. Like he really does like you and he respects you because he doesn't want to do that inside the workplace. Doon mo malalaman na talagang seryoso talagang
Yan.
may gusto sa'yo.
Oo,
Diba?
totoo.
Pero yung tinatake advantage yung working relationship and
No, pass sa ganun.
like, ew. Tapos ikaw naman, lokang-loka ka kasi kilig na kilig ka, sinabi na, you're beautiful, you're ganyan, you're gorgeous, you're ganto-ganto, ganyan-ganyan.
Tsaka maapektuhan at malaking impact nun sa trabaho. Sa totoo lang.
Yeah.
Malaking impact nun kung sakasakali. Paano niya ikaw bibigyan ng feedback, paano ka mag-handle ng trabaho mo.
I
Kung
mean,
meron
initially,
hindi.
like ikaw, syempre parang may extra kilig ka kasi gusto mong pumasok kasi ganto-ganto, ganyan-ganyan. But what if you do something wrong? Tapos
Oo.
pinagalitan ka. Now what happens?
Wala na, di ba?
It's not the
Marebuild na.
usual work relationship na pag binigyan ka ng negative feedback, you're like, okay, I will learn from this and I will do better.
Oo.
Okay, hindi ganun eh. Kasi halo na yung feelings.
Totoo.
Di ba?
Magkakaroon ka na ng parang ma-hurt ka na ng sobrang bongga nun.
Isipin mo, sirang-sira yung buong araw mo, buong linggo mo malamang. 'Di ba? Sa ganon, like you're gonna let yourself be affected by that. Like, and what does that say about your professionalism?
True. Maapektuhan pa yung ibang freelancer din. Na
Yeah.
baka iba may ganito rin.
Yeah, and
Diba?
you know what? If you work in a team, and then may nakahalata sa ganyan, like sa
Oo.
landian nyo, like
Na,
masisira ka doon,
sira.
sira ka doon.
Pero, dinamay mo pa ang Pilipinas. Mga freelancer na Filipino.
Yeah, like, and lumalabas na kaladkarin ka pala. Okay.
Totoo, di ba?
Right?
Pangit.
So, just don't do it. Okay? I mean, if you like the client, tell the client, if you like me, if you want to go out with me, like really go out with me, then I can't work with you. Like we can't work together.
Totoo. Straightforward na.
Ngayon, pag sinabi ng client, ay hindi,
Wala. Take
ano,
advantage lang yun.
oo, nagta-take advantage lang siya.
Seryoso yun. Mag-offer na yun na, huwag ka na mag-work sa akin. I don't wanna work with you. Let's proceed with the next level na ng relationship. Diba?
That's how you know, like, maybe it's for real. Maybe.
Oo, totoo. Parang may kakilala akong ganyan.
Pero at least respectful, 'di ba? Na parang sige, wag tayo sa work. Wag nating gawin 'to sa work. Nakita ng iba, syempre akala ng iba that you're taking advantage or the client is taking advantage. Like you're both taking advantage. That's the truth.
Oo, totoo. Kasi iniisip agad ng VA na, medyo ako dito, mabibida ako, baka
Kasi
ma-promote ako into higher position dahil jowa ko yung client.
oh, that happened a lot at my first
Yeah, I
VA
know someone
agency, like
actually.
a lot.
Yeah, I know someone nga din ganyan din yung nangyari. And then eventually, nakakahiya lang yung, alam mo yun, naging kalat lang sa lipunan. Meron akong kakilalang ganyan. Actually, taga Palawan yun din. Hindi ko siya hinelp. Nagta-ask lang siya ng mga basics. Tapos, parang nagbibida-bida siya sa Facebook na, hey, jowa niya na yung client. And then, nasa team ata sila. Tapos, parang
And
naghiwalay.
she's still working for the client.
Tapos, parang, marami silang nag-issues. At hindi naman din sila nagkatuluyan. Parang lang sabi ko, taking advantage lang. Tapos, nadadelay yung sweldo. Parang sa kanya, okay lang kasi jowa niya naman. O di pati siya nag-take ng
See?
responsibility kapag nadidelay yung sweldo ng team nila. Kasi
Yeah.
pati siya tatanungin din. O di ba, sakit pa ng ulo mo yun na dapat hindi na.
Exactly. Bakit ka maging accountable doon? Dahil jowa mo lang. Diyos ko.
Totoo.
Kasyungaan.
Nga.
Yung worst case scenario like happened with my first VA agency. So, and it happened a long time ago. So, yung communications manager, puti. Okay, so, Amerikano siya. But he's based here. Okay. And then, yung Amerikano na yon may asawang Pinay. Okay. Yung Pinay, she used to work at she was working at a call center. And as far as I know, parang TL sa call center, parang ganon. And then, itong si communications manager, nilakad niya sa may-ari ng VA agency na papasukin yung asawa niya. Since may experience daw sa management, so, papasukin yung asawa niya as OM. Sipin mo yan Walang experience sa VA, dumiretso na OM role.
Gumamit ng connection.
Yeah.
Connection na mali.
Yeah, yung asawa niya, ginamit niya. And then, nagulat na lang ako. I was like, pinapakilala siya as the new OM of whatever the hell it was. And then, I was like, okay, I don't know na duman siya ng VA training. Diba?
Oo.
And
My God.
sa totoo lang, she didn't know what the hell she was doing. She had no idea what she was doing.
Yan
And then,
talaga.
after, hindi siya
Hirap.
nagtagal, pre. Kasi, syempre, Ang dami like, management role, mabigat na yung ganung role. 'Di ba?
Oo.
Sana nagpa-promote na lang siya as STL, mga ganun. Kasi marami yung mga
Oo.
STL 'di ba? Mapapagtatakpan pa siya. Yung mga OM, mga 6 lang kasi yun nung time na yun eh. So, like, and syempre, wala naman siyang ibang kasundo doon. Like, yung nagpasok lang sa kanya is yung asawa niya.
Mm.
So, wala siyang kakampi dun sa ibang mga OM, mga senior ops manager, mga ganun. Kasi magkakabarkada yung mga yun.
Okay.
Kalakasan dun eh. Yeah. Yung mga senior ops manager, parang 5 lang ata. 4 lang ata. Tama, 4 lang sila. And then, yung director is
Mm.
barkada din nila. So, they all took care of
Hmm.
each other. Pinagtatakpan nila
Oo.
yung mga kabalastugan nila. Yeah.
Balistagan.
So nung pinasok yung asawa nitong communications manager, like,
Mm.
wala siyang kasundo. Like, wala siyang kabarkada doon. Wala siyang tropa doon sa ibang mga management. That's why, ang bilis is like, after, siguro wala pang 1 quarter, natanggal siya.
Kasi nga hindi nga
Tinanggal
dumaan
siya.
sa
Kasi she
proper
didn't know,
ano.
yeah, and she didn't know what the fuck she was doing.
Totoo.
Like, do you want your career to go that way? Like, how's it going to look on your resume in your next
Mm.
job? They're going to ask you, oh, you were OM at your last role. Why did you only last 4 months?
Oo,
Patay
tapos
tayo
ano lang.
dyan. Diba?
Totoo 'yan. Maano pa siya,
Paano
tawag dito,
explain yan? Pinromote
mapahiya
ka,
lang siya.
tinanggal ka. Parang ganun yung mangyayari, di ba?
At saka
So,
magigets agad na palakasan, ano lang, kumbaga palakasan system lang nangyari.
and nangyari is like, sumweldo ko for 4 months. Was it worth it? Was it
Siyempre,
worth it?
hindi.
Right? Like, because you don't deserve to be there.
Oo,
Okay?
totoo.
She didn't even have any VA experience.
Mm.
Pero maraming ganun to. Maraming ganun to.
Maraming gano'n, 'no?
Yung mga ginagawang JTL, kasi crush ni trainer si trainee, mga ganun.
Ay,
Tapos
talaga?
dumediretso, hindi nagiging VA na, tapos ipe-place sa client, hindi. Dami
Karamihan pre
ganun.
sa mga gano'n, sa mga nasa mga may team. Hindi kasi ako naka-experience na mag-work nung medyo mas marami. Like, ang
Hi, Jamie.
pinakamarami ko kasi nakasama
What's
sa
up?
isang company is parang 5 kami. 2 kaming nasa upper level, tapos 3 yung nasa lower level. Pero
Sure, Jamie.
mostly is puro babae. Hi, Jamie. Yes, tambay-tambay lang. Yun.
Si
Kaya hindi ko
JJ
yung
akit ba?
experience yun.
Hindi pa na-experience yun.
Hindi ko
Yeah.
na-experience na may kasamang yung marami talaga. Hindi ko pa na-experience yung ganun. Kaya, pagka nakakarinig ako ng ganun, parang nasushock din ako na, ay, ano ba yan? Parang, gagamitin niyo yung, alam mo, yung ganda mo lang para ma-promote ka or
Toxic
makapaglandian
doon,
ka.
pare.
Toxic yun.
Toxic
Tsaka,
yung environment sa kabila. As in, to sobrang kurakot. Sobrang kurap. Sobrang kurakot. You
pangit,
have no
pangit.
idea. Gaano kakurakot.
Ang pangit ng ganun.
I think, kinuwento ko kay Coach Potato yung, yung tawag dito, yung sa fashion show. Tapos nung
Mm.
humingi ako ng budget dun sa fashion show, yung budget was 7 million, okay, for the event.
Oo.
Sinabihan ako na, ay, wala nang budget. Like, nagastos na yung 7 million. And I was like, what? What did you spend it on, di ba? Parang gano'n. Anong topic organ na po? Makikimarites lang ulit, char. Kung ano-ano po.
Oo, ano lang.
Kung ano-ano. So, I was gonna do, but, I mean, we could do it later on, yung mga red flags, paano mo malalaman na magka-cancel yung client mo.
Uy, gusto ko yan.
I actually did this as a presentation before. So,
Wow.
okay, so, unang-una ba, tanungin mo kung bakit nag-hire si client ng VA or freelancer. Okay, what's the reason? Well, first of all, VA or freelancer is a problem solver. Okay, problem solver kay. That's why you got hired. They need help with their business. They have problems in their business. Like, for example, hindi siya marunong manage ng mga social media accounts niya or he doesn't have time. That's why he's hiring you to solve that problem. Okay? And usually they hire you to free up some of their time. Like, for example, me, as operations director, I take charge of the day-to-day. Kasi si client, ayaw niya nandun siya araw-araw. Okay? So, yung huling client ko, like Fridays, hindi mo siya maasahan na palaging nandun. Okay? Because he likes to do stuff with his family on Fridays. I mean, it's sort of an unspoken rule. Okay? So there's reasons why the clients hire you. Okay? If the reason why the client hired you, hindi na na-fulfill, bibitawan ka ni client. Like, for example, they hired you to be a problem solver with regards to, let's say, their email marketing. Okay, hinar ka for email marketing para ikaw na mag-asikaso, ikaw na gumawa ng mga HTML emails, ikaw na magpatakbo ng mga existing email campaigns nila and then do their seasonal email campaigns and then do the testing for the email campaigns and all that stuff. So they don't have to do it. Okay, so in-expect nila is you come up with a campaign, maybe you come up with the copy, and then you'll just send it to them for approval. Parang ganon. And then testing, and then patakbuhin mo na. If that problem is not getting resolved, if the client hired you for that, for the email marketing, and then yung email market, like let's say in the first month, siguro first, para sa akin kasi yung 30 days is like onboarding period. Kasi that's, you're gonna learn about the client's business in the first 30 days. But in the next 30 days, like let's say in the next 30 to 45 days, okay, dapat tinetake over mo na. Nababawasan na yung time that the client is spending training you or, answering your questions. By the second month, dapat halos solo mo na yon. Halos. Especially if you have experience in email marketing. Okay? Dapat, I think, siguro first 45 days, sinosolo mo na yon. Kung hindi mo pa sinosolo yon by your second month or third month, now you have a problem. Because you're not solving the client's problem that they hired you for, which is to take over the email marketing for his business. Anong platform or tools po mostly ang ginagamit nyo or to better use in email marketing and why? Well, marami kasing tools for email marketing. There's some older ones like MailChimp and Woodpecker. They still work. Okay, yung mga older tools. There are, yung maganda ngayon napapansin ko is ginagamit is Klaviyo. Okay. Klaviyo, what else? Yan, Go High Level. Yung Go High Level, you can do an email marketing campaign, tapos haluan mo pa ng text message, may webhook, lahat nandun na. HubSpot, you can use that for email marketing as well. And usually, yung ngayon, if you say marunong ka mag-email marketing, dapat marunong ka mag-mass email marketing. Anong silbi ng iisa-isang email? Okay? You should be able to send like 10,000 emails in one go. Okay? And kasi maraming sensitive sa email eh. There's the Google spam filter. If your email has like copy that triggers the Google spam filter, mare-return yan. Tsaka mabablacklist yung email nyo. And if you're using the client's business email, like under their Google Suite, tapos na blacklist, that's not good. And there's like rules and regulations that, that govern like sending emails. So, dapat you should know yung mga opt-in, like may ginagamit pa sa yung mga double opt-in. Like in the UK, you have to do a double opt-in. Hindi pwede yung isang opt-in lang. Ano yung opt-in? Is when the lead that you're emailing, pumayag siya. Na-i-email mo siya. See? Email marketing is very, like it's a science and it's an art. Diba? Hindi mo lang isipin, sinend yung email, tapos isulat yung copy, it's not like that. Right? Tapos may automations pa, tapos may testing pa. So, let's say the client hired you for that, and you're still not doing that on your own, like, you're gonna see some red flags that the client is gonna cancel you. I see, pinapastart pa lang kasi ako ng client ng email marketing. Don't know how to start. Go to YouTube. Better yet, go to HubSpot. Take the training in HubSpot Academy. I mean, although I don't know kung anong tools ang ginagamit ng client mo. Ngayon, kung pinapa-email ka ng client mo ng pa-isa-isang email to look for new clients, like, that's fucking stupid. That's ridiculous. That's no way to look for leads. Like, isa-isang email, at the most, ilang emails masend mo sa isang araw? 200. Buong araw na yun, ha? Kaya nga automation. It's 2023, guys. Wait lang. Francesca, akit ka ba?
Francesca.
Invite ko lang. Si Cheska.
Hi, Cheska.
Happy Friday!
Hey,
Happy
how are
Friday.
you? What's up? What's up?
Magandang gabi, umaga, tanghali, all over the world.
I know, right?
Ay, sabay
Yeah.
Hello po sa inyo. Kamusta
Ang
kayo?
galing-galing
Bukang-kang
naman ni
siya.
Cheska.
Nandiyan si Jamie because she has a question about email marketing.
Opo, hello.
Hi, Mary.
Anong klaseng email marketing ba? Yung pa-isa-isang email?
Ano po balik po kasi ang dami
Bulk?
na po naming emails na na-collect, lalo sa Store Hub, kung familiar din po kayo sa Store Hub. Bali, yung mga emails po na yun galing sa mga retail stores, mga bumili, ganun. Tapos yung mga email address po nila, nakuha din namin sa mga events.
Yeah, from lead capture. Okay.
Opo, yung mga email. Tapos ngayon, ang dami po. Tapos, bali, parang sinabi sa akin ni clients, sayang yung mga email address na to, or pwedeng sa contact, kung hindi natin gagamitin sa email marketing, parang ganun po.
Parang
Tapos,
gusto mo nyo ba ng storage ng email?
what do you mean po? Parang, paano po?
Kasi sabi ni client, parang sayang yung mga leads na meron kayo. Do you wanna keep those as contacts for future references? Try nyo constant contact. Siyempre, pinromote ko yung partner namin, di ba?
Partner niyo yun? Okay.
Naka-partner siya dun sa client namin ngayon. Pero hindi kami nagto-troubleshoot. Parang billing lang kami ni Constant Contact. Pero may support pa rin si Constant Contact na separate. Tapos, pwede niyo siyang gamitin as contact. Para siyang donor management kind of like type. Parang contact management system siya. Tapos, pwede rin kayong bulk email. Like, pwede kayo mag-email blast using yung Constant Contact. Just in case you wanna do email blast for those contacts na meron kayo in the future. Kung
Does it
gusto nyo
have
lang siya itago.
automations? Does it have automation?
Hindi ko po sure kasi yung back end side niya hindi ko nahahawakan. But you can try to check. Type ko dito, Constant Contact.
Sige, i-check ko po. Kasi ang na-try ko pa lang po aralin nga po yun yung sa HubSpot, saka sa Mailchimp, ganun. Tapos,
Si Mailchimp, madali lang gamitin si Mailchimp, pero hindi talagang pang-email lang si Mailchimp as in generally.
yun
Pang-email lang talaga siya. Pero si Constant Contact, sisilipin ko lang. Makikichismis ako sa mga naghahanap.
Constant Contact. Sige, isi-search ko nga po yan. Aralin ko. Kasi yung ang ano ko naman po kay Mailchimp, parang ang free niya lang po is parang 500 contacts.
Talaga ba? Parang yung, depende yata, hindi ko alam kung may premium account sila. Uy, si Raylan
May-
nandyan. Hi, Raylan.
Hi, Raylan. Hi, Idol.
Ayun.
Feeling ko
Tapos-
magiging workable sa inyo si Constant Contact. Meron siyang 7 days free. Try mo lang kung magiging okay sa inyo.
Parang ang gusto kasi paggawa ni client po is
yung kung ano yung pinopost sa social media, parang gagawing mirroring lang sa ano.
So how are you gonna convert? How are you gonna repurpose that? That's repurposing. Iba na yon. Iba yon.
Iba na yan.
Yeah, that's different from email marketing.
The
Tapos
next
wala
step
ka
na
pang
yan.
automation, ha? Wala ka pang automation.
Parang
It can
madugong
get
aralan to.
very complicated, I'm telling you. Tapos gusto niya na reflected sa social media. So who's gonna do the graphics? Who's gonna do the content? Who's gonna repurpose for that? And what repurposing tool are you gonna use? Iba yun.
Iba pa yun.
See? Are you getting paid for that? Kasama yun sa rate mo? See?
Yun nga eh, di ba? Parang ang hirap. Actually, kasi local eh. Kaya ang hirap.
Local?
Oo, yun yung isa kong client eh.
Don't do the
Name drop pa yan.
repurpose. Don't do the
Name drop daw.
repurposing.
Ang hirap, gusto kong mag-demand na, ano ba yan, social media yung usapan natin o kontrata, tapos pinapaano niya sa akin yung email marketing, ganyan. Ay, nako. Tapos, yung, di ba parang ang sarap din mag-demand na, dapat sana may additional to, kasi iba pa yung email marketing pa eh. Lalo wala pa akong experience. Although, pwede ko naman aralin, pero mahirap. What do you mean parang repurposing? Parang ganun?
Yeah, because like for example, when you do content for YouTube, okay, long form yon typically, 'di ba? Yung short form kaya nga may shorts yung YouTube, 'di ba? So like each platform in social media, they have a different sabay-sabay tayo mapuyat. Sige, go Nikki. Penging kape. So they have different formats, like Twitter's format is different, and then TikTok's format is different, IG's format is different, Facebook's format is different, Reels in Facebook, they're different from stories. Diba? You cannot post the same, like if you did a post on Twitter, you can't post the exact same thing on TikTok. Kasi video platform ang TikTok, diba? So, let's say yung post ko on you never ever use these words with a client, okay? That was my content for TikTok, okay? Hindi ko pwede i-post yan like exactly as it is for IG. Kasi 3 minutes yung video. It means that I have to repurpose, I have to redo the content to suit the IG platform. And if I want to post it on Twitter, I have to redo it again para bagay siya sa Twitter. And then if I want to put it on LinkedIn, I have to redo it again para bagay sa LinkedIn. That's repurposing. It takes a lot of time.
Oo.
Diba?
At saka parang pagkakaalam ko pagka video sa TikTok tapos ipopost mo siya sa IG, hindi rin siya mag-work kasi sa IG kailangan aesthetic. Sa TikTok naman, parang the more natural, the more audience yung na-engage mo. Basta magkaiba sila. Kaya hindi rin ako nag-upload ng video talaga sa IG na galing dito sa TikTok eh.
Yeah, like for example, I do content on LinkedIn sometimes. I can't post exact same content from TikTok on LinkedIn. Ang layo eh. Ang layo. Like, and yung LinkedIn ko, punong-puno pa ng mga clients. Yung mga naging clients in the past. So, halimbawa, like yung content ko on TikTok na may Tagalog, hindi siya po pwede doon.
Pero pwede po ba yun na suggestion din? If kunwari hindi ko pa ma-push yung email marketing, kung ang gusto lang nila ay mirroring yung from social media, pwede ko po ba i-push yung sa Viber channels and Telegram channels? Yung parang ganun po. Kung familiar po kayo. Parang meron si Viber and Telegram na channel eh. Ganun. Tapos kung ano yung pinopost sa social media, let's say Facebook, yun din po yung ilalagay doon.
On Viber and
Telegram.
Telegram?
Opo. Kaso syempre, mag-i-invest ng yun. Kailangan i-push mo pa yung mga tao doon na mag-join o mag-subscribe.
it's still repurposing because it's a different platform. It's still repurposing.
Okay.
Alam mo, kung hindi mo sure yung work, like, why are you taking it on? You need to get the details before you actually get started. Like, if I don't know how, like, for example, building a website, I would never take on that job. Okay, although I know websites, I know what makes a good website, mga ganyan-ganyan. Pero yung actual pag-dev ng website, like, I would never take that. Because I don't know how to do it. If you don't know how to do it, why do you take it on? Now you have to ask other people who may or may not know what they're talking about. Kasi nagtatanong ka sa amin and
Oo
like,
nga po.
we're not experts at email marketing, okay? We're not experts at repurposing. I know what it is, but I don't do it that much. See?
Parang hindi pa. May alam, may knowledge, pero not mastered. Parang ganun.
I mean,
Or specialist. Ganun.
your best friend is still Google and YouTube,
Yeah.
right? So what you need to Google is like how to repurpose and if there are tools for repurposing para bumilis yung trabaho mo. Kung talagang gusto mo kunin yung trabaho.
Or mag-resign na lang. Local. Grabe talaga local. Nung tataga.
Something fake it till you make it works. No, I always say you fake it because you're fake. That's why you're faking it. Kasi peke ka eh. Okay. Kasi hindi mo talaga alam, right? But sometimes it works. Yeah, it's tricky. Like you faking it. How can I fake that I know WordPress? There's no way I can freaking fake that. No way.
Hindi ko din yun kaya. Tsaka after a few days, malalaman ng client, hindi mo kaya. Hindi mo
Yeah.
talaga alam. Mapapahiya ka lang. Wag na lang.
Tsaka alam mo yung
Ako, I would...
Yeah, go.
I mean, for me, sa akin, I would say, yung fake it till you make it na strategy, sometimes it works for some upon interview. Kasi siguro with my experience, pag binasa ko nga yung job description, kaya ko to and all that. Eventually, I'll get trained for that. If I will get trained, I can make it through, for sure. Pero yung me faking it because I just wanna get the job, like for example, yung kay Jamie, yung sabi nga ni Madam Jen, now why are you taking it if you're not familiar? Just because you're familiar of email marketing. Pero hindi mo alam lahat yung marami pala yung pasikot-sikot ng email marketing. I'll just gonna take it just because marunong ako ng email marketing pero hindi ko alam yung mga iba-ibang yung pasikot-sikot yung katulad nun, repurposing the emails, contacts, and all that. Mahirapan ako in the end eh. Puputok sa mukha ko yun in the end. So, parang as much as possible talaga yung mga fake it till you make it. Huwag na natin gawin. Kasi, kaya nga, hindi kaya totoo, alam nyo why? Kasi si Coach Potato, like, sabi nga ni Coach Potato, ni-refer niya ako to a $20 per hour client. Malaki yon. I can take that. Sabi nga niya, he's confident with my skills. Ako lang yung feeling ko na-intimidate. Pero because yung certain program na ginagamit ng client na ni-refer niya sa akin requires a mastery of that. I can't fake it eh. Puputok sa mukha ko yun ang mukha kong pera, $20 per hour. Pero hindi ko pala siya alam gawin. So, kaya sabi ko kay Coach, pasensya ka na, gustuhin ko mang kunin or magpa-interview. Hindi ko kaya kung hindi ako matitrain out of that. So, I'd rather give it up. Kesa, in the middle of the trabaho, just because $20 per hour, mataas yung bibigay sa'yo ni client, I'll fake it. Oo, kukunin ako ni client kasi kaya ko mambola eh. Lahat tayo marunong mambola sa interview. For sure yon. Pero pag nandun ako sa trabaho, parang hindi ko kaya.
Oo, yun.
Mas nakakahiya lang, diba? Mas nakakahiya.
Hindi nang iniisip ko madalas. Sabi ko, kung mag-fake ako, pwede naman ako mag-fake. Pero pag nag-start na yung work, nga na ako, wala na, kahiya-hiya lang ako.
And you know,
Nangyari siya sa akin
the
before.
fact that you're
Text nga lang yun eh.
the fact that you're faking it means you're lying. Okay? And when you lie, when some like for example, I'm interviewing somebody and they're faking it, it means they're lying to me, and when you lie to me, it tells me you're disrespecting me.
Tama.
Kasi ginagawa mo akong tanga. You are assuming that I'm stupid. Okay? That's what you're assuming. And I fucking hate that. Right? Fucking hate
Yan,
that.
katulad ng sinabi ni
Like,
Madam, maybe it works if the HR isn't well-versed. Kahit na eh. Kahit sabihin mo hindi well-versed yung HR. Diba?
alam
So,
mo, pwede ka matapat sa HR na medyo syunga-syunga. What if hindi? What's your plan now? What if
true.
matapat ka sa akin as an interviewer? What then? What's your action plan?
Magtatakip na lang ako mukha.
What are you going to do?
It is
I've
actually
had people try to bullshit me. I call them out on their bullshit. Okay? I call them out on their bullshit. Like, hang up. Wow, that's so rude.
Yeah.
Like, aalis na lang sa Zoom. I'll tell you this, girls. May mga, like, in-interview ko, tapos biglang magda-drop off sa Zoom. Alam mo kung sino gumagawa? Gen Z. They're all Gen Z. They're so
Takot
fucking
masaktan.
rude. Yeah, when you call them out on their bullshit, like, yung isa, tinanong ko lang, so what, tapos, ano daw siya, sabi ko, so what's your specialty? Digital marketing daw. Like, digital marketing is a huge field, right? Tinanong ko, what do you know about digital marketing? She stepped out of Zoom. Ganon ka bastos. Diba? Ang bastos grabe. And then I emailed her.
Connection issues bigla.
I emailed her. She never emailed back. Just goes to show. Diba? The fact that you're thinking, oh sige, hindi ko na alam gagawin ko, aalis na lang ako. What if it was a face-to-face interview? Magagawa mo yun?
Kahiya-hiya.
Like, would you just get up and walk
Papakain
out
sa
of the
lupa.
room? That's so fucking rude. And that irritates me so much. Okay? The reason why you dropped out of Zoom is because hindi mo kayang harapin ang katotohanan. You can't face your own bullshit. That's why. Kasi ang laki ng ego mo, and guess what? Wala ka pang 30 years old. You don't know anything. Yet you cannot face the truth about yourself. And if ganun ka, we don't want to work with you. Like, di ka swak sa amin. Mag-apply ka sa Yokli. Okay. Mag-apply ka doon.
Ang dami nga po ngayon Gen Z na nagsusulputan na ganito
Like,
ganyan.
yung puro mga
agad.
nagugulat. Like, it happened to me, and it only happened, like, recently, like, siguro this year. Kasi I had never had that somebody just dropping out of my Zoom. It happened, like, 4 times, and each time, ang bata nung applicant, like, they're not, like, they're in their early 20s. So I know that they're, like, Gen Z. Diba? Yung mga 22, mga ganyan. Right? I mean, I'm not saying that every Gen Z is like that. Kasi anak ko is a Gen Z, right? And she's not like that. Hindi ganun yung anak ko. But, like, I don't know. I don't know why yun ang una sa utak mo is you just drop out of the Zoom na hindi ka muna nagpapaalam. Or wala kang pasabi. Or, like, wala. You know? Like, you got called out on your bullshit, tapos nagalit ka. But you were trying to bullshit me. Right? I just called you out on your bullshit. Tapos magagalit ka doon? Well, in the first place, why are you lying to me?
Sabihin experience, pero pag tinanong nga.
Yeah, and you know what? Like, so sabi ni Nick, I've been editing online for a decade. If I get to interview one, di ako maloloko. Friend, I can interview video editors, graphic designers, graphic artists, web developers, email marketers. I can interview, like, all these kinds of people from digital marketing, media buyers. Hindi nila ako maloloko. And guess what? I'm not a media buyer. I'm not a graphic designer. But I know bullshit when I see it. Diba? Like, for example, mga graphic designer, I'll ask for a portfolio. If you have no portfolio, what proof is there
Wala.
that you're really a graphic designer?
Totoo. Ako nga nag-start ako as a graphic designer eh. Kasi teacher ng arts. Tapos after ng graphic designer, nagkuha akong experience ganyan. Social media. Doon ako na gano'n. Ito, binibigay sa
Ayan, thank you, Ken.
marketing.
Thanks, Ken. Salamat. I mean, katulad nung last Friday, sinabi ni Madam din yan yung, oo nga, graphic designer. No? Eventually, Canva pa lang alam. it doesn't make you a graphic designer kasi nga Canva lang pala yung alam niyang
I know
i-manipulate,
fucking
gamitin.
Canva.
Diba?
Just I'm
So,
not a
ang hirap
designer.
True. I mean, I would say kahit sabihin mong nag-image sorter ako, nag-manage ako ng images for a website, pero kunyari mag-a-apply ako for
Sige.
something na graphic design, hindi ko kaya mag-crop ng image, mag-edit ng image and all that kasi hindi ko naiintindihan yung Adobe Photoshop, o diba? Kaya ko
Adobe.
bang i-fake yun? I mean, I can't fake yung skill na ano nga ba yung Photoshop? Hindi ko nga alam paano ilapat yung linya doon eh, di ba? So, ang hirap minsan talaga
May mga
just to get
perfect
the
ratio
job.
pa yun.
Di ba? So, ako di ko naiintindihan yun. So, kahit sabi mo may experiences ako sa images, I cannot consider myself as knowing the job na pang graphic designer kasi hindi ako marunong eh.
Yung pinaka nakakairita ako na interviewin yung mga media buyer. Because they always try to fake, always. Like, they'll try to make me believe that, ay, oo, marami akong experience. Sa e-com, yung clients ko, yung gastos namin sa ad spend is $20,000 a month. Hindi ako nabubulag sa $20,000 a month ad spend mo. Okay, and if you've only done e-com, like, you know nothing about Facebook ads. That's nothing. Okay, you haven't handled recruitment. You haven't handled lead gen. You haven't handled retargeting. You haven't handled a traffic campaign yet. Don't tell me you know something because you've done e-com. That's bullshit. Tapos saan ka nagtatrack? Saan mo minamonitor yung ads mo? Well, I just look inside Meta. That's bullshit. Like, you don't keep track of your ads over 1 year? Eh, yung mga A-B testing, do you keep track of that? How long do you A-B test? 2 weeks, 2 days, 3 days? They don't know. Pag sinabi ko sa kanya, okay, we have this client. We've been doing ads for them for 5 years. Binigay ko sa'yo. What's your action plan on day 1? They never know what to do. Because they're trying to fake it. They always try to fucking fake it. I'm not a media buyer. Yes, I took the Meta training, but I've never run Facebook ads, Google ads, whatever shit. But I know when you're trying to bullshit me. Please don't insult my intelligence. Kaya nga pag in-interview ka, like kilatisin mo agad yung tao na nag-i-interview sa'yo. Pag matalino yan, naku, mag-ingat ka. That's what I'm saying. Like, papasok ka sa isang kwarto, like, you're just gonna, go in there and expect na, dahil ang galing-galing mag-English, you're gonna razzle-dazzle them with your call center English. Yung mga bihasa na HR, tsaka mga interviewer, you're not gonna razzle-dazzle them with your call center English. Kilatisin mo muna yung kausap mo. And I think I did videos as well na tapos yung iba sinasabi, pag client kasi dali-daling na interview, hired ka kaagad. You know why? Because the client doesn't know how to interview. Clients don't know how to interview. Kaya diretso sila sa skills. Magtatanong sila sa skills mo, marunong ka mag-Klaviyo? Yes. Have you used HubSpot? Yes. Do you think you can do email copy? Yes. Oh, you're hired. I'll tell you, the clients who do their own hiring and their own interviewing, if not startup yan, okay, maliit lang ang budget niyan. Malaki na ang $5 an hour na ibibigay sa'yo. Yung mga kumpanya, yung mga clients that can afford to hire a professional interviewer, for example, like me, they can afford my price para ako mag-interview para sa kanila. Yun yung kaya ka bigyan ng $12 an hour, 15. So, sige, magpa-interview ka sa mga clients. So, sabi mo, dali-dali, hanggang $5 ka lang. Okay? Yung mga client na kaya magbigay ng malalaki, kaya magbayad ng professional interviewer. Keep that in mind. The harder the interview, probably the higher the budget for you. If you pass. Iba yung sa agency, iba pag VA agency. Mahigpit talaga sa VA agency. And talagang nag-hire ng HR, yung VA agency. Ayan, the Queen, VA, mapagpatol din tong si Madam. Then they're just planning to outsource the tasks and subcon it. Yeah. I mean, I don't speak for everyone in Gen Z. I know that everyone is different. Okay, I know that because yung anak ko is a Gen Z and her friends are Gen Z and, everyone's different. But in general, like, yung nangyari sa akin is nag-drop off sa Zoom is nagkataon lahat is Gen Z. And none of the millennials have done that. None of like the older people that I've interviewed for jobs, they don't do that. So why? Why would you suddenly drop out of Zoom na hindi ka man lang nagsasalita? Because you're disrespecting the person who's interviewing you. It's all about disrespect. You're showing no respect whatsoever. Ganun lang yun. May workmate akong Gen Z, ang dami niyang complaints. It was her first job and got $10 an hour. Well, good for her. Taas ng rate niya. Question is, will she be able to keep it?
Kaya minsan naiintindihan ko din yung mga nasa forums, yung mga sinasabi nila na bakit pagkapa Pinoy mas mahigpit mag-interview kesa compared kay client. I mean, ngayon nagigets ko na siya at some point because yun nga, naging part din ako ng hiring process before sa mga teammates namin dahil naging issue namin yung behavior, katamaran, and all that. So, kaming dalawa ng senior ko, parang sabi namin, it would be best na sa second round of interview, kami yung magko-culture fit, kung fit ba siya sa amin. Kasi talagang straight to the point, sasabihin namin na hindi pwedeng tama dito, anong learning curve mo. Kasi yung training namin, 2 weeks lang. Gano'n ka kabilis maka-adapt. Kasi lagi naman talaga of all, diba? Pag interview, best foot forward yan. Para ka nanliligaw eh. Dapat papogi ka, mabango ka all the time. Pero pagpasok mo ba dun sa relationship or dun sa trabaho, gaano ka pa rin kabango? Diba? Gaano ka pa rin ka-fresh all the time. So, with my experience, ang masakit pa doon yung iba referral. Yung referral yung masakit eh. Yung nakaka-broken hearted na lalapit sa'yo, Cheska, kailangan ko ng trabaho. Alam ko, malaki sinusweldo sa ganitong industry. Oh, sure. Diba? Gusto mo rin ma-experience nila yung buhay na na-experience mo. So, you give it out to them. Eventually, upon hire, anak ng tipaklong pag hinanap mo, anak ng kamote, nasa CR. Araw-araw, 15 minutes, nasa CR ka lang. Anong ginagawa mo? Natutulog. Diba? Minsan, yun na nga, meron
Kasi
sa
work from
training.
home eh. Oh. That's their perception.
Nasa training, nasa Zoom, tinutulugan ka, parang, akala ko ba kailangan mo ng trabaho? Bakit mo ako tinutulugan? Diba? Parang minsan yun yung nakakaano sa atin. I mean, sa mga Pinoy in general. Kaya hindi natin masisisi yung mga HR na mga Pinoy din na working for their clients and hiring Filipino. Because they wanted the best eh. Tsaka ayaw nilang mapahiya sa kliyente. Kaya ganon siguro ka-tedious yung mga Pilipino na HR. Which is, minsan, oo nga naman, medyo minsan napaka-stricto. Kasi alam na nila yung mindset. Ito na rin mindset, no? Alam na nila yung mindset ng mga Pinoy pag nag-interview. Sana yung mindset natin lagi positive eh, no?
And from an operations standpoint, do you know how much money it takes to hire somebody and then train them? It costs a lot of money. Kaya malaking bagay pag halimbawa may umalis sa kumpanya in a very key role. Because where are you going to find their replacement? First of all, you have to put out money, effort, time to find somebody for that role. And now you have to onboard them. Now you have to train them. Malaking, from an operation standpoint, from a cost standpoint, it costs more to start from scratch. Diba? Sorry na, but I'm wary every time may papasok na Pinoy. Malas kaya ako sa Pinoy na workmate. Okay. That's
Well, I
your
understand.
belief. Okay.
May mga ganyan talaga eh. Pero sa amin na, Nikki, kasi kami, when I started dito I'm working for an agency by the way. So, sa magtatanong, hindi, naka-direct yung agency namin kay client, pero I'm under an agency. So, when I started, dadalawa lang kami nung senior ko. And may isa pang contractor si client na based din sa US. So, mga US contractors, yung kalaban namin. Yung team ng taga-US na contractor din is like 12 sila. So, kaming dalawang Pinoy, we were like, pag hindi tayo naging okay dito at hindi na satisfy sa atin si client, most likely, give up nila yung team namin and we'll just stay with the US contractor. Eventually, natalo namin yung 12, so 2 versus 12. Kaya hanggang ngayon, nandito pa rin ako sa same client na to. And we actually grew the team. Mahirap talaga kasi puro kami Pinoy technically kasi wala na kami ibang i-hire kundi Pinoy lang dahil Pinoy agency kami eh, 'di ba? Mahirap like what I said, hindi naman sa malas pero talagang may mga taong gano'n kasi na may tamad, behavioral, gano'n, pala absent. Ako ay must say dati napaka-reklamador ko sa trabaho. Alam ng asawa ko yan. Napaka-reklamador ko sa buhay. Pero, alam mo yun, after everything that had happened sa freelancing journey ko, natuto ako dito sa client na to eh. Kaya hindi dapat dinidiscuss ang rate. You know why? Kasi hindi yan point of conversation eh. Point of sabunutan yan. Kaya pag sinabi mo usually, pag nalaman nila yung rate, iba ng katrabaho, oo, totoo yan. They will poach yung client, which is pangit.
And why are
Normal
you
yun.
revealing your rate in the first place? That's
Totoo.
unethical. Like, kung nagtatrabaho sa call center, mahigpit na ipinagbabawal nila na you show your payslip to your office mate, mga ganon, or basta bawal, 'di ba? And so why would you reveal like how much you're making to, let's say, katrabaho mo, or you know what I mean? So in the same workplace, you actually shouldn't be doing that.
Magkakos ka lang ng chaos. Kasi gusto mong ipagyabang na $20 per hour ka. Siyempre, yung isa mong, for sure may papasok na mas magaling sa'yo. Meron at meron yun. So, automatic, yung sasabihin nung isang agent, Pucha, mas magaling ako dun sa isa, pero bakit di ako in-increase na? Bakit mas mataas yung... Alam mo yun, kaya dapat di nyo dinidiscuss kung magkano yung sweldo nyo. Siguro average, pwede mo tanongin how much you're earning in average, pero wag mo bigay exact hourly rate mo.
Or pwede mo sabihin, you know, I don't interview for clients who offer less than $15 an hour. Now we have an idea of, 'di ba, yung gusto mo na rate. Hindi mo sinasabi na, oh, ito yung rate ko. Parang hindi. No. So you're just saying, no, I want to make $15 an hour and more. Okay? You can say that. Pero yung papakita mo talaga yung rate, ay, ito yung rate ko. Tapos pag binawasan ng Upwork, nagiging $13 na. Mga ganun. Like, you shouldn't be really be doing that.
Parang di kayo magsabunutan. Iwas sabunutan.
For sale yung domain, hoy, binigay mo sa akin. One thing I've learned to never post on FB where you work. Well, with my previous company, we were required to put in our about info. Natiga doon kami. Kasi the clients check us out. Right? Especially in my position. Like, my position was director of operations. So the clients, they try to find me on LinkedIn and on social media. So talagang nilalagay ko sa about kung saan ako nag-work. That makes sense. Ngayon, if you're a freelancer and then you're working for several different clients, that's up to you now. Like, what are you gonna say? Ako, isa lang naman yung client ko before. So, I mean, it's just one company, so it's not an issue. Hindi ko magana.
Okay lang yan. Depende siguro talaga
Yeah,
sa tao.
depende. Sa amin, it's like, it's highly recommended. Okay, and I will put it on my social media because of my position. I have to. Diba? Like,
Tsaka if you're just
ano,
trying
ghost
not,
in a
I mean,
shell.
hindi kasi minsan no, madam, yung alam ko maraming marites sa pamilya mo and they know you're earning a lot. O ayaw mo i-post, huwag mo i-post.
Yeah, I don't give a shit about that. And besides, like, there are people in my family who earn more than I do. So,
Uh, if that's your point, not to post where you work, kasi wala. Kung wala naman siyang relevance to, if it's not relevant for other people, I don't care they would mind you posting it on social media and so on, diba? But if they don't, that's okay. Then not post it. You don't make your life complicated out of that.
yeah, just keep it simple.
Aha.
May
Pero
taray
kung
ka.
iniiwasan mo yung mga nakamag-anak mong mamamas ko sa'yo ngayon kasi alam nilang dollars ang sinusweldo mo, wag mo na i-post.
This is for coaching. What the fuck? International to eh. Hello. I'm not gonna do this. Tsaka nagbigay na ako ng presyo. Just take a picture. They might be earning a lot more than you do, but can they enjoy and do what you can do, being free? My younger sister, she's single. She's single. She makes a lot more money than I do. And yung isang client niya na Australian, binabayaran pa yung training niya per year in Australia. And last year, they paid for her training and vacation. So does she enjoy? Yeah, she does. Okay. Huwag mo i-assume na parang there's always, like sabi nga ni Cheska, there's always somebody who's more than you, better than you, prettier than you, thinner than you. There's always someone who is better. Perfect. Yeah, yung sister ko, she's younger than me. She's 6 years younger than me. But she's been working from home longer than me. Nauna siya. Talaga. Tsaka ang dami na, kaya mas marami siyang experience. And her niche is very, yung wala masyadong nakakagawa ng ginagawa niya. So, yung mga clients niya, mga Fortune 500 company, mga ganun. Narrator. This is American accent. American accent. Okay. Sorry, handa lang ako para sa mga audition mamaya. So let's go back to our previous topic, which is, red flags. How do you know your client is about to cancel you? So we talked about if the client hired you for a particular role, it's to solve a problem in that role. So primarily a freelancer or VA, problem solver ka para sa client. So if you're not solving that problem for the client, then chances are that client may cancel you. If, for example, yung initial na list of tasks, okay, so para sa akin, onboarding with a client takes about 30 days. So your first 30 days with a client is like you're getting to know the client, you're getting to know their communication style, their work style, when are they, like, ano ba sila, yung parang, mahilig ba sila mag-travel, mga ganyan. Go lang, matulog ka na, friend. Gising ka na buong araw.
Okay ka na ba, Queen? Pagaling ka.
Magaling na sila, pero I think last week parang buong pamilya may sakit.
Hirap na mag-uulan.
I know, right? Gora lang, Jamie. Thank you so much.
Ako so
Ayan.
far, madam, yung sa mga red flags. Actually, hindi ko masabing na red flag na ako eh. Apart from dun sa na-share kong video nga, and saka yung na-share ko last week about dun sa client ko na nag-fire sa akin a day before my birthday. It wasn't really something na red flag kasi marami naman ako natutunan. Na-train ako for how Amazon works and all that, which I don't have an experience. It's just that hindi lang ako naging ready. Yun nga yung sabi mo na pag meron kang ginawa para sa kanila, especially mga documents, paperworks, you don't give it all away. Si Sho nga in me nga, syempre ako noob ako at the time. So, wala talaga akong alam. So, sobrang excitement ko naman, feeling proud pa ako. So, binigay ko lang ang dokumentaryo. Binigay ko lahat ng training materials. So, diba? Walang kaabog-abog. So far, wala pa naman akong super pangit na naging experience na client. Mga teammate, maraming red flags. Hindi yung client eh. Sa teammate may red flags.
Enjoy your stay dyan sa Bacolod. Oo. Nasa Bacolod ka pa, Christine? Kailan kayo uwi? Oh my God, sana mahabol ko to. Ayun. So, yeah, I've had bad experiences with clients. Especially the last one. Like, seriously. Ako nag-cancel sa kanya. Hindi niya ako kinancel.
O Jova. Thank you na lang talaga na hindi ako ever nagkaroon ng bad experience sa client. Pero, like what I always say, disposable ang mga VA regardless kung gaano ka-healthy. Sayang wala si Mike. Gaano ka-healthy at gaano ka-bait yung client ninyo. Kahit ano pa yan, disposable tayong lahat sa kanila.
So a big red flag is if it's taking a long time to train you. That's a huge flag. So dapat, like, and you know what? Clients hate to train. Okay? If they can get away with not training you, then they'll get away with it. Especially if you're a very experienced VA. Yun yung expectation nila mataas na. Okay? But let's say they have to train you. May certain expectations sila na parang, like, they're not gonna invest, like, if they're in their mind, they're thinking, oh, dapat tapos na yung training nito in 2 weeks. Okay? Kaso, if it's already 2 weeks and you still don't kind of get it, like, that's already a red flag. And you can tell the client is becoming, antsy. Parang ano sila, parang hindi mapakali. Parang ganun. Yung medyo, yung parang, they're becoming kind of impatient, right? So if it's taking a long time to train you, I think yung gamot dyan is ask, like, before the client trains you, ask for kung meron, dilat ng client meron, if there's a training guideline, kung meron. Okay, don't expect all the clients to be so organized. They have a training guideline and they have yung ano yung magiging topics, mga ganyan. Like, bihira yung client ganun ka-organize. But ask your client like, okay, so if you're gonna teach me Go High Level, how long is it gonna take, for you to train me? And if they say 1 week, kaya ko lang ibigay is 1 week. Kasi after that, I have a conference, and after that, ganito, ganyan, ganyan, ganyan. Okay. So, if it's taking longer than that, then dapat aware ka. Okay, that sabi ni client, 1 week lang kaya niya ibigay. Tapos, patapos na yung 1 week, hindi ko pa rin magets. Dapat sensitive ka sa ganun. Huwag mo i-assume na kaya ka i-train ng client hanggat hindi mo nagigets. Wala kayong usapan na ganun. And I don't know of any client who's willing to do that. Bakit? Tumatakbo yung oras eh. Time is money. Okay, the time that they're investing is in you, they're not able to talk to clients, they're not able to close any sales because you're taking up that time. Hindi nila na-expand yung business nila. They're spending that time on you. So the longer they have to spend with you, the more money they're losing, or the more money hindi nila nahabol. I mean, you should kind of understand that as well. Dapat medyo maging sensitive ka sa ganun. So if it's taking a long time to train you, that's a red flag. If the client keeps looking for you, okay, takes you an hour to respond, in general, okay, then that's not a good sign. Palagi ang hinahanap ng client sa Slack, sa Skype, sa email, diba? Sa WhatsApp, palagi ang hinahanap ng client. That's not a good sign. That's why you need to, like, the first thing you should do is start watching the client. Like, look at their schedule, pansinin mo kailan sila nagla-lunch usually. Meron bang araw in the week that they come in later? Diba? And it could be because they're dropping off their kids at school. Mga ganon. You should keep those things in mind. Diba? Parang, but it doesn't mean because the client comes in at 10 o'clock every Tuesday that you can come in at 10 o'clock every Tuesday. It doesn't mean that. Okay. I usually advise dati, pag pinaplace ko yung VAN client, so after that is post-interview na preparation. Iba na yung onboarding for VA for start of day report, end of day report, mga ganyan-ganyan. Ang ina-advise ko sa VA is, pag nakikita mo nagla-lunch yung client mo, mag-lunch ka rin. Sabayan mo siya. Okay? Pero 1 hour lang dapat yung lunch mo kung full-time ka. Okay? Huwag mo hayaan na mauna bumalik si client kesa sa'yo. Like, get to know the client's schedule. Get to know and see, like, when kung nasa Slack sila, di ba usually may green na dot? You can see they're online. Like, mapapansin mo rin yun eventually. Yung client ko, my last client, in the early days, napapansin ko, gising pa yan ng 1 a.m. Pacific time, 2 a.m. Biglang magme-message sa akin sa Slack. Kasi yun yung practice niya yun. Tapos yung client ko na nag-EA ako, like, his routine would be, so he goes to work, maaga siya nag-work, mga 8 a.m. And then, meetings and all that stuff. And then around 2 o'clock, he'll kind of disappear. And I always assumed it was because, kasi may baby sila nung time na yun. He's helping out with a baby, or he's doing stuff at home, mga ganon. And then, mabubuhay yan ulit mga 4 or 5 p.m. Pacific time. Out na ako supposedly by 5, right? But then I noticed that he usually starts sending emails around 7 or 8 p.m. Pacific time, so nakaabang ako sa email. Kasi, kinokorek ko yung spelling sa emails. So, you need to know the client's schedule. If the client keeps looking for you, and you keep making up excuses, because my internet went out, because ganto, kasi ganto, kasi pag marami kang excuses, that's a red flag. And you think na okay lang kay client, basta may excuse ka that sounds sort of credible. If it happens a lot, it's no longer credible. Kung madalas ka mag-excuse kay client, it's not credible. Okay? It's okay if it happens once in a while. Like, oh, nawala yung internet ko kasi. Pero every week, nawawala internet mo. Like, you have no business working from home. Hi, Grace! Nag-edit ka ba? Editing ka ba? Magre-record pa sana, tapos edit pa. Napagod ako sa 3 hours na tulog. Daan ako mamaya sa TikTok. Ako nga 2 hours. Tapos nag-interview ako dun sa isang Singaporean social media management company. Kaso feeling ko lang mababa yung rate. But if it's gonna be on YouTube, like, shit, patulang ko na just for the exposure, right? Para may malagay pa ako sa portfolio. What else is a red flag? Kapag nagmi-meeting kayo ni client and those meetings are long, like umabot na mga 45 minutes, 1 hour, and then a lot of that meeting is coaching you, that's a red flag. Because no client, okay, is sobrang bihira yung clients that are fans of really long meetings. I mean, alam ko sa call center, may mga nagre-reklamo, yung TL ko sa call center, ma'am, na 3 hours yung meeting. Like, what the fuck are you talking about in a 3-hour meeting?
Grabe, 3 hours na meeting.
Meron pa nga 6 hours daw eh. Yung mga Pinoy lang mahilig sa ganon. Yung mga puti, gusto nila mas mabilis, mas okay. Yeah, meron, friend. Meron, may mga ganon. Laban lang, Diyos ko, manok ng mga kapitbahay. Gusto ko din saksakin. Baka Sunday pa matapos studio. Ay, matapos ng studio mo? Wow.
Tinulahin mo, Madam Grace. Itinola mo yung manok nila.
I haven't shown you my makeshift studio, right? Alam mo kung anong studio ko? Kutsyon. Yung kutsyon na hindi ginagamit ng asawa ko. Kasi binili ko yun nung na-aksidente yung asawa ko. Kasi he had to sleep downstairs because he couldn't walk upstairs yet. So after that, like I bought this bed for like I think 8,000. Tama ba? Yeah, around 8,000. Tapos walang gumagamit. So ginawa ko, tinayo ko yung dalawang yung mattress is like that thick. 'Di ba? Ganun kakapal. Tapos tinakpan ko ng there's another mattress on top. Tapos maraming comforter. Alam mo yung ganon. As in, nakatakip siya. Tapos may isa pang mattress nakasara dun sa harap. Wala talagang lumulusot. Wala. But, hopefully, pag may budget, yung third floor na yung kwarto hindi ginagamit, like, we'll fix that up. Para pwede sa amin dalawa, mag-asawa. Kasi ginagamit niya rin. Nagre-record sila ng banda niya and all that stuff. Eventually. Ayan. So, egg trays works better. No, they don't. They're cheaper. Okay. But, yung gusto ko kasi yung, like, the padded walls, like that, like, the whole wall and the ceiling is gonna be padded. And then, yung isang wall na hindi na-connect sa ibang bahay or anything like that, like yung partition is gonna be like floor to ceiling, parang office partition with a door, and that's gonna be closed. Tapos yung parang booth ni Bill DeWeese, yung kilala na VO coach, ang ganda ng booth niya, yung parang gray na tusok-tusok. Alam mo yung grays? Para, kasi yung distribution ng sound. Pag mababaw daw yung boses, yun nga, acoustic foam, exactly. That works well daw sa mga, yung mabababang boses. Because it distributes it better. That's why it's patterned like that. Diba? I told you, may echo yung glass. I told you that. You cannot edit out the echo. You cannot edit out the echo in Audacity or Audition or Logic Pro. You cannot. Pero yung nakita ko yung booth ni Bill DeWeese. Like, ang ganda niya. Puro puno-puno ng ganon. Kasi medyo mahal yung ganon. But, may nakita ko sa marketplace, parang nagbebenta siya in bulk. I think, may-ari siya ng studio na nagsara. Tapos, binebenta niya yung mga gamit niya. Parang gano'n. Ang sarap na lang maging sound engineer muna bago mag voice over artist. Yeah. Like, you have to do You have to emote for the voiceover and then you have to fucking edit the whole thing. Diba? Tapos, wala kang kausap no, diba? Kausap mo lang sarili mo. Para kang nasisiraan. Nag-ano ka? Yung voice acting mo, paano ka nagpa-practice? Tsaka dun sa, pag natayo namin yung recording home studio sa taas, edit ng pitch muna sa DAW. Bakit in-edit mo yung pitch? Ako nililinis ko muna yung noise floor. Like, nagre-reduction muna ako ng noise. And then, ina-amplify ko ulit siya. Pag wala na yung mga noise. Pag malinis na yung noise floor. Tapos dun sa home studio sa taas, pag nakompleto yon, we're gonna have, kasi asawa ko may mixer, so he's got a mixer, but it's gonna be outside the booth. The mixer and tapos alam mo yung, di ba gumagamit ka ng interface, USB audio interface, yung Shure, meron silang USB audio interface that fits in your pocket. It fits in your pocket, tapos ikakabit mo lang sa mic ng ganon. Yun ang bibiling ko. Right? Hindi ko na problemahin na kung anong halu-haluin mo pa dun sa audio interface. Hindi. It's by Shure. May Shure mic kasi ako eh. Where is it? Ito, tignan mo. Kaso, XLR yung This was on sale. 6,000. Sale. I think the regular price is like 10, something like that. Pero na to, medyo top of the line na yung Shure, yung USB audio interface ng Shure is the one that fits in your pocket. 7,000. Sure din yung, Sure. Kasi nga, this is the SM58 and it's a classic. It's used by Axl Rose, Christina Aguilera. This is Shure has been around since the 70s. Oo, mas maganda yung XLR. Kasi siya, yung cables nito is balanced. Balance yung cable. Oo, tama. Ito dapat ginagamit pang video okay. Kasi balance yung cable. Yung USB kasi it's not balanced. Like it's, it fits into the laptop. That's, Kaya makapal yung cable nito. Ng XLR. So pag naayos yun. Super yan gamit namin sa video okay. Oo. Yeah, exactly. And you don't, hindi siya maaarte kahit bato mo siya. Ganong katibay ang Shure. Ganon kaano yung brand. It's really good brand. Trusted. Ayan. Hindi. Send ko sa yung link ng X2U. X2U, Shure. Sa audio file meron eh. X2U. Shure. Audio file. Tapos meron din sa Lazada. Ito, bibiling ko 7,000. Lalo kapag kumakanta. Yeah. And that's why like Christina Aguilera, yung mga talagang artists really use it. Sinend ko sa Grace yung link ng X2U. Yung X2U lumabas noong 2009 na. Sipin mo it's still being used up till now. Nobody has made a USB audio interface that fits in your pocket. Only sila. Sila lang. Gora lang. Pinagdadasal ko talaga yung sa Chinese eh. I wanna get that. Fuck. Kinwote ko 7.5 dun sa yung audio info video. Yung humihingi sa akin ng rate. Sabi ko 7.5. Okay na siguro yun, 90 seconds.
Wow, $7,500?
No, pesos. Local siya.
Okay. Kala ko 7,500.
De,
Laki, ang sarap.
yung isa, yung TPS is $150 an hour. And that's for 6 hours. Pero hindi pa nagsisimula. Hasn't started yet.
Okay lang, 90 seconds. Not bad, pwede na.
90 seconds, 7.5. But it's like the audio and the video itself is gonna be 90 seconds. Okay? But the editing, that
Yun
takes
yung matrabaho.
Yeah.
Tsaka
yung
pag-record.
paglinis. Goods na yun. Ako pag Pinoy, nakipag-negotiate ako, lalo na pag passion-related lang sa kanila. Muntik na ako malaglag sa upuan. Akala ko din dollars. Hindi. Pero may nakita ko dati, Grace, may nakita ko dati sa tumitingin ka ba sa Voices 123? Voices 123, $13,000. Yung project. Hindi ako na-invite. Siyempre. Diba? Hindi ako na-invite. Nagulat ako sa like, $13,000? Like, seriously? That's a house. You know? Diba? Hindi lahat, pre. Hindi lahat. Hindi lahat malaki. Meron nga doon charity. Parang humingi silang charity. Yung mga estudyante, mga ganyan. Alam mo sa maganda sa backstage. That's like official for the acting community in the US, for the Americans. Meron nga doon nakita ko, estudyante ng NYU na siguro PhilAm. Tapos, nagka-cast siya for an actress who could speak Tagalog and English for his film. Because I think he was a student who's studying film at NYU, parang gano'n. Tsaka yung Stranger Things, Amazon Prime, they audition on backstage. Doon sila naghahanap ng talent. Tsaka I think some other Netflix shows, I think. Sa backstage. Yung sa sa VO Planet, magkano membership? Mahal, no? Mahal ba? Masakit sa batok at likod kaka-edit. Yeah. Yeah, yun lang. Oo. Free lang yun sa Hindi nga, free. Hindi ba may membership yun? Yung sa voice.com, like I can only audition if I'm invited. Ganun yung iba eh. Kailangan, magagawa mo lang pag inimbita ka. Wala yung aso. Wala naman akong binayaran pag-create ng account, pero matagal bago ma-accept. Okay. Yung sa Voquent, na-try mo na. Hindi ko pa kaya mag-audition kasi swamped ako. Yung auditions, like, I schedule it, like, in the afternoon, before we walk the dogs. Yung mabilisan na, audition. Mas mabilisan na linis kasi maikli lang yun, di ba? Tapos send. Walk the dog, and then, after that, ligo. And whatever shit. What the hell is this? Oh, okay. Voquent, pero naka-open yung tab sa PC. Tsaka yung Bunny Studio. Record lang ulit habang tahimik manok. Okay. Mala Disney. Maganda voice ni Grace. Pang DJ.
Sample daw. May pa-sample.
Puno-puno ng trabaho yan si Grace. May mga regular clients siya. There are a lot of clients that are like content mills. So, like mabilisan ng produce ng content, mga ganon. So, mabilisan na linis, I don't wanna do that. Malito oras ng manok dito. Tumitila ako kahit hapon o gabi o tanghali. Gano'ng kalapit ba? Is it really close to your house? Disney po na parang nakalaklak ng cyanide. What? Mga 10 feet away, pero malakas boses niya. Oh, mataas ang decibels ng manok kasi. Iba interface ni manok dito. Amplified boses niya palagi. And you know what? Even if you use Crisp app, parang naririnig pa rin eh. Kasi ang taas ng decibels ng boses ng manok. Parang naririnig mo pa rin, parang may buzz siya. Like, Crisp tries to cancel it out. But you can still hear the buzz. Yung parang gumaganon siya. Those, syempre, if you're speaking at the same time, hindi mahiwala yun. You have to start again. O kasi mapuputol kay Crisp. Yeah, napuputol talaga siya. That's why I don't use Crisp. Parang abrupt lang na, yeah. That's what happens. It doesn't sound good. That's why I don't use it. Tapos, papaksin ko yung Tagalog, magbabasa ako ng libro sa LibriVox. Pero recommend na pwedeng applyan, may 3 months VA experience po ako. Well, what kind of VA? Yes. Podcasters use that, Descript. Tapos may transcription pa siya. In Descript. I haven't used it though. Pero, maraming podcaster gumagamit niyan. What kind of VA are you? If you have 3 months experience, like what kind of, is that in real estate? Is it in credit repair? Is it in graphic design? Is it in, like, what is it? Ginagamit ko Auphonic. So I clean the recording with Auphonic first, and then I clean it in Audacity. And then I might, if medyo may pa rin yung may mga ganun pa rin, then I'll clean it again in Auphonic. Yung Auphonic, may libre ka na, I think, almost 2 hours every month. Pero kung babayaran mo siya, it's like $11 a month. General VA, pero more on marketing actually, HubSpot and MailChimp. Hospital business ng client ko. Deepfake ko na lang yung may mga noise. Okay. I don't know of any. Na general VA. No, hindi ka naghahanap sa onlinejobs.ph. Maybe you should look for them there. Online jobs, mag-direct client ka. Or Upwork, kung may Upwork account ka. Plug and play na yung HyperX Quadcast, no? Yeah, it's a USB mic. I use it, but I'm not happy with it. I'm not super happy with it. Pwede na. Bibili ako bukas later today, maybe after shift. May static ba if naka-charge si laptop while using? No. Si HyperX? Wala. Binili ko nga si HyperX on installment. Pero if you can afford like Shure, mag-Shure ka na lang. Gusto ko sana yung AT2020 USB kaso 10K. Anong brand yan? If you can afford it, Shure or Rode. Diba? Audio Technica. Yeah, I don't know. If I had funds, well, I have a Shure already. Pero pinaka-top daw is yung Rode, diba? Yamana interface, no. I'll use the Shure, yung pocket interface. Halatang tamad eh. Tapos yung Auphonic, pwede ano pala, i-download sa phone. Diyan ako nagpa-practice eh. Sa Auphonic. Just to see like the phrasing and all that shit. And then I'll record it. Para mabilis. Maganda yung Shure kasi di malaki yung mako-consume ng space. Yeah. Tsaka gusto ko sa recording studio sana pag na ano namin sa taas, yung boom setup, yung pang drummer. Tsaka yung boya na mic, sensitive ano. Like konting galaw, konting kaluskos, talagang tumutunog. Pag nakasuspend, mas okay. Boya ba is good or mediocre siya? Medyo ano siya, medyo malalim yung tunog. Tsaka meron siya 4 na settings. Well, anyway, this one does. So, if you're a GVA, like, you need to upgrade right away because you shouldn't be a GVA for a year. Because you should know that yung mga GVA, sila yung isa sa pinaka-lowest paid na VAs. So if you want to get paid like 40, 50, like 50, at least 50,000 a month, like you need to move out of being a GVA. And yung mga GVA, sila yung pinaka likely na inaabuso ng mga clients. Kasi nga, general ka. So, pwede assign sa email, pwede assign sa ganito, sa chat, sa lead nurture, mga ganyan. Try ko sa SM Dasma, later maghanap. Konti lang meron dito sa Tagaytay. Merong 7 other viewers dito may nag-voice over. I-refer ko sa Upwork. Ay, oo nga. So, if there's anyone in here who's interested to do voice over, ito ba yung sa ano? Sa K-pop? Grace? If you're a big K-pop fan, there's a client on Upwork looking for somebody to do regular voiceovers for a K-pop channel. It has like 5 million subscribers. Yung K-pop niya. Hindi ko papatulan yun. I'm sorry. Yeah, I don't want to do that. Tsaka ano siya, it's a content mill. You realize that, right? 4 to 6 voiceovers in a week is a lot. Right? Talagang, you have to keep making it and making it and making it and making it. Ganun siya. It's a content mill. Yeah, I don't want to work for it. Ayaw mga clients na ganun. Tapos, sasabihin sa'yo, ay, kailangan ng revision. Like, it's already fucking 4 to 6 voiceovers in a week. Like, fucking leave me alone, right? So if there's anyone who's interested to try voiceover, may client sa Upwork na i-refer sana ni Grace since hindi na niya kaya yung workload. It's for a K-pop YouTube channel. Ano ba yung Grace? Is that $500 a week yung naka-quote na price? $500 a week or a month? Siyempre, mas okay kung ano ka, K-pop fan ka. 500 nakalagay. 500, it just says $500 fixed price. And I'm thinking, since nilagay nila yung trabaho is 4 to 6 voiceovers per week, I'm like, wouldn't the price be like fixed $500 for that 4 to 6 voiceovers? Parang ganun, per week? Feeling ko lang. So, kung mabilis kayo gumawa ng content, mga ganyan. Gusto niyo try yung voiceover, ganyan. May naghahanap po. Tsaka mas maganda kung K-pop fan kayo. Because it's about K-pop. But there's about like 5 million subscribers already to the YouTube channel. Kailangan lang may magva-voice over. Pang portfolio din yun, baka gusto nyo. O, yung mga interested simula sa voiceover. That's a pretty good start. Hindi ako lang magtrabaho sa ganun. Super pressured na. Mag-produce ng every week. And you already have like a part-time job. Like a full-time job. No, I don't think so. It's not for me. Mas okay pa nga yung sexy podcast eh. It's like $200 per directed hour. Hi laddie, what's up? What's up with you? What's up with you? Yung comic, same. 6 per week. Pero, pinatulang ko. Pang voice acting. Try ko sana, kaso boses pala ka ako. O, di bagay ka sa cartoons. Hindi tayo pwedeng pang voiceover. You don't have to have a great voice to do voiceover. That's the truth. But it is sort of a passion job. You have to kind of like, you know, like you have to be kind of a very oral person. And it's a boring job, honestly. Like, yung editing takes hours, and you're just sitting there and you're just editing. Like, the voiceover takes like 10 minutes, and then yung editing takes like an hour and a half. Parang ganun. It's mostly that. Pwede kahit anong boses, it's how much emotion you put into it and how you deliver it. Yes, it's sort of a kind of a passion job. And my struggle with it is the acting, because I don't really like acting, and I don't know that I'm good at it, which is why I try to do it every day. You know, but it's. Pati lalaki, vino-voice mo, Grace, dun sa ano, sa comics. Yeah, shit. I'm not that good yet. Different ages. Ah, okay. Talaga. Oh, that's what you do. You change the pitch. Oh, useful. Yun yung ginagawa ko. Ila-lower down pag di masyadong halata. Para di masyadong halata. That's an idea. Anong pati mga maskulado po? Walang maskulado dun sa comics. Ano, hinihiwalay mo yung tracks, Grace? Halimbawa, may babae, may lalaki, gano'n. Tapos chop-chop mo na lang. Like, tina-timing mo na lang. Sa pitch editing lang magkakatalo. Okay. Pero ano yun, multi-layer na tracks. Parang sa podcast. I got into voiceovers because I really wanted to do podcasts. And I wanted to offer voiceovers and hosting as services for podcast agency. Oo siya, pero sineselect ko lang yung gusto kong i-edit. Isang track lang? Hindi nga. Hinahalo-halo mo siya. Paano pag sagutan? Kahit hindi na multi-layer, isa lang siya. Highlight mo lang yung part na gusto mo baguhin. Oh, I get what you're saying. Pero hindi sila nagsasabay ng salita. You know. Talagang palitan lang talaga. Okay, cool. Isang truck pa din. Nag-multi-layer lang ako pag magkakaiba delivery. Tas pinagpipilian ko. Kasi sa podcast, has to be, like if it's a guest and the host, it has to be 2 tracks. Talaga. Tapos, if they decide to do video, like they decide to do it on Zoom, you have to make sure that the settings on Zoom, magkahiwala yung sound tsaka yung video. Tapos, ang gagawin mo, i-extract mo yung audio. Yun yung lilinisin mo. And then, I don't know if you're still going to do the video editing, and then now you have to stitch both together, right? Pag-podcast. Pag-vodcast. And yun, pag sabay magsalita, may overlap, multi-layer na. Yeah, ganun. Ganun sa podcast kasi. Or sa vodcast. By the way, I hear that TikTok is coming up with its own podcast network or a vodcast network. Like maybe sometime next year. So mga hindi pa nagla-live, mag-live na kayo. Magkakaroon ng sariling podcast vodcast network ang TikTok. Shit, sana hindi pa nagsasara to. I really want to do this one. Tell me lies, tell me sweet little lies. Tell me lies, tell me lies. All alone, no, you can't get a stride. Can't get a stride. Nag-stop ako mag-binge ng cup noodles na batchoy. What? Putong pakwa naman ngayon. For about a week. Hindi ba yun nagsascratch sa lalamunan mo? Doesn't it make it hot? Pag magre-recording ka na. Di mo kainin. Ano kinakain? Tell me sweet little lies. Tell me lies, tell me lies. Sige, gora lang. Oo. Sure, I'll tell you if there's anyone who's interested. Yung anak ko is not interested. Sorry. She's not interested to do voiceovers. Tell me lies. Ooh, long enough, you can't get a stride. You can't get a stride. Membership 2, backstage. Mura lang. It's a lot cheaper. was that? Six, 8 plus 4. Hey Herbert, what's up? What's up? Everyone's kind of busy. I'm gonna watch the new season of Too Hot to Handle. Too Hot to Handle. Too Hot to Handle. Tell me lies, tell me lies. We can't get a strike. What the fuck? An idiot. What an idiot. You punched like a fucking girl. Yeah. Why are you fucking messaging me? Edit. That's There's nothing like being a Gulliver Raider. This is more than a school. It's a mindset. It's knowing we're empowered to dive into the things that matter to us, to be bold, dig deeper, and ask questions. Friendships built here last a lifetime, and so does our Raider pride. Pride, and so does our Raider pride. We are intellectually curious leaders and problem solvers, and we care about our community, about our community, about. There's nothing like being a Gulliver Raider. This is more than a school. It's a mindset. It's knowing we're empowered to dive into the things that matter to us, to be bold, dig deeper, and ask questions. Friendships built here last a lifetime, and so does our Raider pride. We are intellectually curious leaders and problem solvers, and we care about our community, about about our community. About our community. In college, finding affordable food can be a struggle. In college, finding affordable food can be a struggle. Some options just aren't filling, and others you can't always count on. But there's another way. CalFresh. It's the program that gives California college students like you money for food. It works like a debit card. Use it in stores, online, or even have groceries delivered. So you can eat what you really want on your own schedule. Give yourself more options at CalFresh Food at calfreshfood.org. .org. Shit, that was it. Okay, I watched something else then. In college, finding affordable food can be a struggle. Some options just aren't filling, and others you can't always count on. But there's another way. CalFresh. It's the program that gives California college students like you, students. CalFresh. It's the program that gives CalFresh. It's the program that gives California college students like you money for food. It works like a debit card. Use it in stores, online, or even have groceries delivered. So you can eat what you really want on your own schedule. Give yourself more options at calfreshfood.org. What do you mean? Well, I'm practicing because I got some auditions, I got some castings via email, so I've been matched with certain projects. And then I have to practice it para pagdating sa recording, parang mabilis na lang siya. Like, the recording is gonna take like 5 minutes. And then, kasi yung matagal yung editing. And I have to record it downstairs, and then I have to go upstairs. Yeah. Siguro for pag starting ka, tulad ko, like, you're not gonna get a lot of projects. Because bago ka nga. Wala ka pa alam. Caitlin Payne, well, always dreaded her first day at a new school. There were the big things like meeting new friends, the new teachers, learning new hallways, and there were the small things, like getting a new locker, the smell of a new place, the sounds it made. More than anything, she dreaded the stares. She felt that everyone in a new place always stared at her. All she wanted was anonymity, but it never seemed meant to be. Caitlin couldn't understand why she was so conspicuous. At 5'5", she wasn't especially tall, and with her brown hair and brown eyes and normal weight, she felt she was average, certainly not beautiful, like some of the other girls. At 18, she was a bit older, but not enough to make her stand out. There was something else. There was something about her that made people look twice. She knew, deep down, that she was different, but she wasn't exactly sure how. Hey, Cheska. I don't think I really can do VO like it needs to be flawless. Well, when you record it, it's not going to be flawless. Okay? There's going to be, mga ganon, kasi humihinga ka, and you have to edit that out. And then, yung mga tapos nagkakamali ka. So, pag nagkakamali ako, I say cut. Para pag nag-edit ako, I know that I should cut that part. Tapos, tinutuloy-tuloy ko na lang. Tapos, pinapatsi-patsi ko na lang yung mga magagandang parts. And then you clean it up. So I use Audacity right now. Next week I hope I'll be using Audition, and then which is a better tool, pero may bayad. And then once okay na yung demo mo, then you just send it to them, to the client. And if ma-final ka doon, they'll tell you if you're final. And if you got it, then they'll tell you that you got it. Tapos bibigyan ka na ng ibang instructions for how to record the whole thing. Because sometimes sa audition, they only give you a maliit na part. Okay? Kasi they just want to know what your voice sounds like and kung babagay ka sa project. And then once you get the project, they'll give you instructions how to record and what are their specifications for recording. And then like they'll ask you how many days or how long that might take. And then, you always try to submit under the deadline. Okay, if that's possible. But it helps if you read through the whole thing first, because you can't just cold read it. Because yung phrasing is not going to be right. Like yung mga paragraphs, you have to be aware of what you're reading. Because basically, you're not reading for yourself. Okay? Somebody's going to listen to that shit that you're reading. So it has to sound like it makes sense. Diba? So parang pag binabasa-basa mo lang, kasi parang like you just enjoy hearing the sound of your voice, like it's not going to sound good. You have to think about the person who's listening to it, who's going to listen to it. Okay? Ito. Charge ko lang. Let's charge this thing. Okay, that's better. If there was anything worse than a first day, it was starting in midterm, after everyone else already had time to bond. Today, this first day in mid-March, was going to be one of the worst. She could feel it already. In her wildest imagination, though, she never thought it would be this bad. Nothing she'd ever seen, and she'd seen a lot, had prepared her for this. Caitlin stood outside her new school, a vast New York City public school in the freezing March morning, and wondered, why me? She was way underdressed in just a sweater and leggings, and not even remotely prepared for the noisy chaos that greeted her. Hundreds of kids stood there, clamoring, screaming, and shoving each other. It looked like a prison yard. It was all too loud. These kids laughed too loud, cursed too much, shoved each other too hard. She would have thought it was a massive brawl if she didn't spot some smiles and mocking laughter. They just had too much energy. And she, exhausted, freezing, sleep-deprived, cut. They just had too much energy, and she,
exhausted, freezing, sleep-deprived, 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 couldn't understand where it came from. She closed her eyes and wished it would all go away. She reached into her pockets and felt something. Her iPod. iPod? When was this written? The fuck? Yes. She put her headphones in her ears and turned it up. She needed to drown it all out. But nothing came. She looked down, saw the battery was dead. Perfect. She checked her phone, hoping for some distraction, anything. No new messages. She looked up. Looking out at the sea of new faces, she felt alone. Not because she was the only white girl. She actually preferred that. Some of her closest friends at other schools had been black, Spanish, Asian, Indian, and some of her meanest frenemies had been white. No, that wasn't it. She felt alone because it was urban. She stood on concrete. A loud buzzer had rang to admit her into this recreational area, and she had had to pass through large metal gates. Now she was boxed in, caged in by massive metal gates, topped by barbed wire, topped by barbed wire. She felt like she'd gone to prison. Looking up at the massive school, bars and cages on all the windows, didn't make her feel any better. She always adapted to new schools easily, large and small. But they had all been in suburbia. They had all had grass, trees, sky. Here, there was nothing but city. She felt like she couldn't breathe. It terrified her. Another loud buzzer sounded, and she shuffled her way with hundreds of kids towards the entrance. She was jostled roughly by a large girl and dropped her journal. She picked it up, messing up her hair, and then looked up to see if the girl would apologize. But she was nowhere to be seen, having already moved on in the swarm. She did hear laughter, but couldn't tell if it was directed at her.